Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of League Lads. I am Suey, I'm here with Fred, I'm here with Flax. What were we saying before the cameras turned on?
Boys, I'm Hectic Fred. This is Suey.
Yeah.
And this is in last place right here.
First of all, before we get started, I know this is a rugby league show, but campeones, brother, we won the league 20th time. Manchester United, you're just in the past now, the most successful English club, period. We don't want to speak about facts or nothing. This is just straight to your head, bro. And I can't believe it. And I'm just going to do one thing before we start. Yeah, club, la, 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 la. Brother, I was awake at 4:30 in the morning, cuz tears in my eyes, wallah. You know what? I hope you win the league one day, very soon. Because I want you, like, bro, it's like...
Go West Ham.
When you won that trophy, we're speaking a bit of football right now, but when you won that trophy quickly, were you emotional or nah? Or
it was a little trophy, so I was fucking stoked.
No, it's not
But
little.
I didn't cry.
Okay, but you were like...
But, like, if it was, like, the FA Cup...
But you'd never thought you'd see your players carry a trophy in those colours, cuz.
No, I definitely did.
No, you always thought Bruno's going... This guy's going.
No, I think
Anthony Gordon's going to go to you, Suey.
Yeah.
Fucking we're going to lose because Nunes came on in the last 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you always
that's
have this
true,
doubt.
that's true.
And that's because you're a supporter. That's what happens when you're a supporter.
We won that against all odds, bro.
And you won it against the champions of England.
That we couldn't beat you for fucking 10 years.
And you beat us in a
and
final.
then that was on
The best time
10
to
years
beat.
after we beat you. That's how we beat you. I'll
Sack
take
the
it.
3 points, guys. You get that trophy.
But no, for me, it's like, dude, if we get top 4, that's like winning the league. But not as emotional, but...
I can imagine.
Like,
If you
dude,
win
I
the
was
league.
watching my team in the championship, bro. Like, this fucking... I'm on cloud 9 right now. It
You win
doesn't
a
get much
trophy,
better.
unbelievable, bro.
Yeah.
But so shout out to Liverpool, man. That's my team. I'm probably gonna try to do a football episode sometime this week because I just we need to speak a lot of football. We need to let it all out. But let's get into rugby league. First things first. This is a topic I don't really want to talk about, but let's dive into it a little bit. The Perth Bears. It's been announced that the Perth Bears are going to be a team. I'm guessing they're going to be something. I have no say on this, to be honest. Well, I'll be completely honest with you. Before introducing another team, I think they need to just fix the actual game up.
Yeah.
And the next topic is what the actual game up is about. But give me your 2 cents, boys, quickly.
Yeah, like, I think it would have been perfect if there was no PNG team and this was the 18th team. I think it just makes way more sense. And Perth definitely deserve an NRL club, I think, and it's a good city. And the people...
Flax's favourite city, bro.
The people
Love
love...
Perth, man.
Yeah, because there's no Lebos around.
I don't have to deal with these two.
Bloody racist.
Racism, that's why Flax likes Perth. But I think 19 teams, now there has to be a 20th team. I think it should be another New Zealand team, to be honest. But
That'll be cool.
Yeah, it would be cool. And then I think you can maybe set up like conferences if that's the case. Because you'll have a lot more teams up north. And then we've got like Perth would probably be part of maybe our conference or maybe their conference. I don't know, dude. Like,
So more like NBA style.
yeah, like, because 20 teams, you don't want the game to go for the whole year, right? And you got to give the players a proper off-season. And I think it would definitely reduce... The reason why it's so good, what the NBA does, is you're versing the teams in your half of the country a lot more than the teams in the other half of the country. So, but I think 18 teams was the perfect number. I think if we go to 20, which is looking like we will, we're going to see... like some really bad teams in the NRL, like that, this competitive league that we've got right now, where there's 17 good teams. I don't think there's a bad team in the NRL right now. There's no bad team
Everyone
in the NRL.
can
And
beat
the only person,
anyone can beat anyone.
the worst, anyone can beat anyone except Newcastle because you need a score to be able to win, and they have all of this
Dan.
star power. And then poor Dan, bro. Dan is like
Still running.
he's like 52 kilos now. That bloke. He's losing a kilo.
there's
He's losing a
bro.
kilo every 3 seconds.
Forrest Gump's getting a bit shaky.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. He's just, I like running. I just kept running. Yeah, New Zealand, Newcastle right now just cannot score. And you can't win if you don't score. Michael Owen's shit.
Yeah. I remember that. Do you remember that?
No,
I
he's
was like, duh, dickhead.
Yeah, but look, if there was ever going to be an expansion team, it had to be Perth. So I'm glad that the Bears are coming back. Come on, man. The Bears are have an actual.
But are they originally? They're not from Perth originally, yeah?
No,
North Sydney Bears.
Okay.
Bro, they have a massive fan base.
I was gonna
dude.
say,
And they dude, I saw, when you go to Magic Round, I swear to you, I saw more North Sydney Bears shirts than fucking Roosters jerseys.
Wow.
So
And you'll see a lot more this year.
Their heritage, bro.
yeah, and the jerseys are sick.
Yeah,
And honestly, they had a massive like history, man. Like, and
They're one of the founding clubs, weren't they? Yeah.
I can't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the OGs.
Wonder what happened, bro.
They
I
merged
don't know.
with Manly and then Manly killed them.
Killed them. Man, he's
Yeah.
like sack.
But were they in like Reggie's? Like, aren't they?
They're
like
still
a
there.
Roosters-
Sea
Yeah.
Eagle,
Roosters feeder
Sea
club?
Eagle defeated
No,
a bear.
yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I thought they were Roosters feeder club at one point.
No, weren't they? No, I remember
No,
them.
because didn't Suey play for the Bears or did he play against the Bears? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, he must have made his debut against them,
Okay.
Yeah.
like Suwali and Reggie's. I just remember that, but yeah, to be honest, I haven't been keeping up with Reggie's as much as I used to. I think since I started making content, I have not been following it, dude. So, but before that, that's all I really had to look forward to. Because the Dogs sucked. Our reserve grade team was hectic.
Let's go there.
But yeah, for me, I think Perth Bears it's good. It's good. You know, I'm sick of the one bye every round. Like, I think it's going to ruin it when we get PNG because we're going to have an odd team again. But you're right. I think 18 teams is a perfect balance. I'm not a fan of conference style things because like that means you'll never get a grand final like Penrith Para. That will never be a grand final. It will always be because
They'll knock each other
they'll
out.
be on the same conference. You'll get like a Eastern Conference final, whatever we call it. But
Yeah,
I
there's
think
rivalry
well,
games
that's
that you'll
it.
miss.
yeah, there's rivalry games. There's rivalry
that's-
grand finals. You'll never get a South Roosters grand
That's
final.
assuming. That's assuming.
That's assuming you get conferences. That's what.
Well, that's assuming you actually put the finals in as conferences.
yeah, but
instead of just the 10 best teams.
but it'll be good because I think if you're adding a Perth team, you're probably going to put them in the 6 p.m. spot for Sunday.
Yeah.
They'll always get the Sunday 6 p.m. spot, and it'll be good. You'll get an extra game on Sunday. It'll be like, or maybe a Monday game. You never know.
No, I think you're gonna get 2 extra games.
No.
Yeah, because if there's 20,
Yeah,
There's
this is
10
the,
games
no,
a
but
week.
Well,
he's-
no, I'm talking just
He's
about the
accounting
18
for the
at moment.
18,
Yeah.
19 teams.
18, 19.
Yeah,
While we
yeah.
don't
If
have
If
the
it's
Yeah.
19, someone's getting a bye.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah.
18, there's going to be buys like how it was when they're 16.
yeah.
But
Not every week.
I have a bit of a hot take. I think obviously they can start signing players from November 1.
Wow,
What are the
that's-
odds? I've heard that Brad
Matthew Cleary?
Arthur's
yeah,
going.
He'd be perfect.
But I've heard the potential of Lockie Galvin potentially going there. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
I reckon Matty Burton will probably end up going.
Why?
I don't know. I just have a feeling that he'd be a player that a team would love to start there.
Don't start
That's
this
it,
manifesting negativity, bro.
No, I really and look, man, he's only on 750.
you lose
with
one
us,
game
that's
and he
all.
goes
Yeah, but
down.
he'll get
He's
more
on,
soon.
he's on 750, man. That's assuming we're actually gonna bump him up with Mitchell Woods coming through. I don't know. You never know.
We're definitely gonna bump him.
But I would love to see that, and I think they will. But you never know with rugby league, man. Matt is off contract 27.
my
I think.
pookie, but don't talk about my pookie. End of 26. He'll be alright.
Next year.
Gus School's not letting him
it's
go.
the year after I looked.
We did big,
Look at zero tackle, I swear.
bro. We put so much strings to get him.
Because
so
I think
don't
we
we're
had
gonna
this
let him go.
conversation before, and I looked, and it's
Do you
27.
reckon Sexton ends up there potentially?
Nah, Sexton's probably going to get locked up now as well, now that
Yeah.
we're out of the Galvin race. Honestly, I really just wanted Jamal, eh?
Fogarty.
Yeah, part of me really would have been alright with
Him
that.
and Burton would have been fucking kicking.
Fuck,
monsters,
imagine
bro.
that, dude. Like,
You're not
come on,
getting
bro.
a rest. Well, if you're a fullback,
Well,
it's good
like,
luck.
I'm just looking at that. I watched Jamal play, and I'm like this weekend, I'm like, my goodness, dude. Like, that second half he pulled.
That was a crack of a game, bro.
Well, that was
second
mad.
half
I
too.
didn't watch it like all live, but I watched it now. Like I watched it last night, and dude, like what a game that was. Because I'm like, even you saw, because I messaged a chat at halftime. That's what I was watching. I'm like,
Dolphins actually good.
Because I like being proven wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about these Dolphins, and then I realized I'm never wrong.
Boys,
Okay, that's terrible.
we'll get into the games very soon. Just some hot topics now. The one that's blowing up, going crazy. It's awful, and I don't even have the energy anymore. Like Andrew Johns,
I do.
Yeah, I do as well because I like to rant about this stuff because I don't know. It's I feel like it's the only way I can express myself. There's
Can
no
I just say one thing? I think no one has more energy than me when it comes to telling off these fucking referees. And I think I'm becoming the voice of the people.
You are,
Right?
no, you're
Well,
not
I-
becoming. You
you
are
are.
the voice.
I think I may be.
Stop this humble stuff,
Bro,
I'm coming.
I made like 5 videos on the refs the last 2 weeks, and then now they're changing the crackdown. And this is the first time ever. Last night's video, I I posted on Instagram, and usually straight away they get flagged from the NRL. The referee video got flagged 30 seconds in, right? And it was 3 minutes long. Me Jinning, 18 sin bins 1 week. The first time ever, cuz I got it, because usually you appeal it and then it goes
yes
into
or-
the inbox, but it was still reposts. This time it went after 1 day. They responded to the appeal
What'd
in
they
1
say?
day and they accepted it.
Oh, no way.
And I'm like, dude, they think I'm right. And everybody now, like,
Even Zuckerberg wants to watch proper rugby
yeah,
league.
yeah, dude, yeah, like, so it's
Nah, it's pretty awful, bro.
it's
Wallah.
awful for everybody.
So let's read the stats quickly. This weekend we had 18 sin bins. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? 18 sin bins. Now, what was the stat from
In 2016, that
20
whole season, they only had 16 or 17 sin bins in the whole season.
whole season? 24, 25, 26 rounds plus finals footy, right? Now, to hear that, it just makes you think, like, what the hell could happen, bro? But, wallah, I became so numb to sin bins that when we had the 2-3 sin bins, I was like, yeah, like, I forget how bad sin bins are because it happens so often now. And, like, it just can't keep going on, bro. And I seen Andrew Johns walk out of commentary, apparently. He walked out of
After
commentary
that one.
after, like, with 20 minutes to go for the Raiders, I think it was the
Tigers
Tigers game.
game.
And I don't blame him.
That was no
That was
joke.
shocking.
No, not shocking. I think that is the worst sin bin I have ever seen in my whole life. Never in my
Softest
life.
sin bin?
That is the worst, softest. He didn't do anything.
He didn't-
He
Stop
hugged him.
saying
Wallah,
that.
he hugged Fanua Blake. He hugged Oregon Kafusi.
Yeah, I think it was McKinnon. I think it was McKinnon.
It was a big guy.
If I was a player,
I
bro,
think
I'm
it was
just walking
it
off.
was Oregon.
I'm getting the whole team off the
Portland,
football.
Oregon, Kafusi.
There was enough sin bins this week to create a team.
A good team too.
A team.
No. All they were missing is a hooker.
Yeah.
But who would you play hooker?
Like if a guy
Let's do the XI. Sin bin
Bradley,
XI.
Bradley by default.
Yeah, put Radley in there, bro. No, but like, bro, it's
a
actually
joke.
Well,
Like-
it's a joke, and it takes away from the game. Like, we don't want to. Like, I'm not even interested as much anymore because of this shit.
And well, I think that it's the inconsistency again. Like Matt, they went back a whole set for Taukei'aho, like 2 sets nearly for old mate yesterday, for Noah Pole. And then they didn't go back for Matt Burton's one, which was 50 times worse than the ones that got binned on the
And we're
week.
Doggies fans.
You know
like,
what
we'll
they
tell you.
did?
Hooker, Cody Nicarima.
Yeah,
there you
Yeah, just running underneath all of the forward legs.
they went really hard on the sin bins on one game, and then they got so much backlash. They're like, "Oh, this next game we're gonna take it back." So the stuff that was getting sin bin for the last game wasn't getting sin bin for this game, and then everyone was like, "Oh, where's the consistency?" And they're like, "Oh, let's do it again."
Halfway through the
Again.
round.
Halfway through the
Again,
round.
it's the season 5 League of Legends juggernaut patch. All right, it's like you don't make changes in the middle of a
You
season.
can break the table, bro.
Cause how can the dumbest fucking game company in the whole world learn from that? And then we've been doing these mid-season rule changes for the last 10 years, and they amounted to fuck all.
And not only you're
It
doing
just
that,
makes them look stupid.
I don't know
man.
why.
you're not only doing that, like just in general, but you're doing it the week before Magic Round. So all these big star players are not going to play because they're going to be out for a week or two.
I'm flying all the way up to watch fucking Matt Burton play, and I don't get to watch him.
Hey, it was actually Hazleton who got hit.
I was a big bopper.
Bro, like, I don't know why, like you said, halfway through the season or whatever, 5 rounds in, I want to know, like, if someone has been impacted by a tackle bad, you know, like we had the Alex McKinney situation, which was very bad, and then they cracked down on things. All right, I get it, you know, to make a sudden rational change, but to just do it like that, like, it doesn't make sense, cuz, wallah. And if any, what burns me the most, like you said, when they go back to it. Like,
That's
hey,
what burns everyone.
let's go back to
They
it.
said they
What do
only-
you mean, cuz?
They
Play the
said-
game.
They said today they're only going back if it's a send-off.
Yeah, and that's how it should have been.
That's fair
From the
enough.
beginning.
Alright, how
Because
many-
if something is a send-off, there's no way you're going to miss it.
Exactly,
Right,
that's what
how
Joe
many
said to me.
send-offs are we getting for Magic Round? Because that's going to be the weekly thing.
Send-offs or send-offs?
Send-offs. Because if they're only going to do it for send-offs, I can see at least 2 send-offs.
No,
this
bro.
I can
No,
say-
no,
you know
you
what?
have to be bad for a
No,
send-off.
I agree with him. Wallah, I agree
I
with
can
him.
see it.
Because you know what? They're going to say a swinging arm is a bad thing.
No,
a
okay.
swinging arm is normal. Like in rugby league, if you're tackling someone,
they
you're
wanna
not
go-
thinking about the speed and the freaking kilometers per degree Celsius your hand's going to swing. You're just going to swing your
you
arm
know-
and tackle the bloke, bro.
You know what? You know what the weird thing was, bro? And it's like I don't understand what. So every single head high sin bin this week was moderate force. Moderate force, no mitigating circumstances. In my opinion, moderate force is still a penalty and no sin bin.
Yeah, penalise it.
Like the way I think it should be, and this is why I've always been like, go revert back to 2012 patch, 2012 rules. I'm saying patch. Revert back to 2012 rules where the shoulder charge is there, where you maybe take away the drop tackles and the cannonballs and the chicken wings, whatever.
All the bad shit.
We've had so many crackdowns that I don't even know which was when, you know.
Fucking space
But
ball
bring
and
back
all
the
this
shoulder
shit.
charge, okay? Everything like that, right? Because I think the game needs a shoulder charge. But if you hit some guy high with your shoulder,
You sent off.
voila, and it's 6 weeks.
Yeah, no
I'm
problem.
telling you, they'll get it right.
Yeah, of course.
But that Sorensen hit on Nathan Brown should never, ever, ever, ever be a bloody sin bin or a penalty. I think it should be legal because I don't think the shoulder charge was the problem. It was all because they got scared after Greg Inglis nearly sent Dean Young to Dean Old in one day, in one hit.
That was a fucking hectic hit.
All right, yeah, but it's all Greg Inglis' fault, bro. I miss when you used to see Josh Reynolds and Chris Sandow come out of the line and nick people.
Boom!
You know what I mean? And they need that in the game because defense is fucking boring unless you're like watching the Dogs aside from this week. All right? And I think they really need to make defense fun. Go back to 2012, bring back the shoulder charge. But if you hit someone high, very bad. But I think low force should be just penalty. Moderate force should be penalty and on report. Then when you're looking at high force, you're looking at sin bin send-offs, depending on how bad it is.
something with
And I
like,
think if it's high force and the guy, if he was this much to the right, wouldn't have hit him,
that's different.
I think that should be maybe
Right.
a sin bin. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just sit like.
But if you clock someone like properly with intent and they're gone,
Of course.
that's a send-off.
Nobody's
And
gonna
that's-
complain about
yeah.
anything like that, bro. Whenever, even as fans, we'll be more angry at our player than at the ref. Like we won't even think about the ref in that situation. We'll just be like, bro, you stupid. What's wrong with you? You lost your head. You're saying red like Tupanua. You know what I mean? But I don't understand, and they don't understand, and I don't know what it's gonna take for them to finally understand and listen. Because if we're just consumers, guys. We just watch, right? We're big fans, whatever. But at the end of the day, we just watch footy every single week. We've been watching it for so long since we were little kids. We're accustomed to something, and now you want to change things in an instant. It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't even like. It's not even a good change, bro. Like the game gets worse. You get blowouts. You get more tries scored for like, bro. Against us, Crichton was out of the line. We'll talk about the Bulldogs game, but
Yeah.
Crichton was out of the line so many times, right? And sin bin, not a sin bin, whatever. And then Reynolds just kicks and nobody's there. Like 2 times, nobody's there because everyone's pushed out, everyone's tackling, everyone's covering for their man. It just, for me, if you want the game to be competitive, like there's so much things they can do, wallah, that can make the game better. And like even it's not on this topic, but even like the marketing perspective, when we did Vegas, even that they didn't know how to do properly. So like, and now they want to bring in another team. This is what kills my life. Why are you going to bring in another team if you can't even just fix your simple shit and
Yeah.
clean your backyard before
It's
you
like-
fucking buy the next door neighbours?
It's not a bit all political. It's like the housing prices are the way they are, and they just keep letting more people and more people in. Like, fix your shit here first.
Fix your shit here.
So then they can come to a good country.
See,
you know what I mean?
For me, what burns me is the fact that, like, I would give the refs a benefit of the doubt because they're only getting told what to do.
It's not
But
their
then-
fault.
But then, on the other hand, they're not using common sense either. Like, the bunker calls.
I've never seen a ref challenge a bunker, ever. I've never seen the ref say,
No,
It's
Grant
happened
Atkins does.
once in a
No, he
trillion.
does all the time, to be
No,
honest.
I never see it.
I see him, like, full having conversations. Like,
Yeah, but like if they're gonna, this is him. No, it shouldn't be this, mate. What? Like, there's no more. I feel like the refs, and you can blame the refs as much as you want, but even them, like you said, it's not their fault, bro.
It's not their fault, but it is because they're not using common sense. Like, yeah, you have to follow a bit of rules, but use your common sense. Don't take a play two plays back
But that's
to
not
call
the
a
ref,
penalty.
that's the
Just
bunker.
put them on report. That's what I'm saying. They're still not using common sense. Just put it on report, move on. And what burns me as well is the players. The players are now getting taught this to
milk.
milk it.
Look at Ronaldo
if-
yesterday.
If you go down and you're acting like an injury, you should be off for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I
you should
agree.
be off for
I
5
agree with
minutes
that.
because you're milking.
Yellow
and
card the player.
This independent
5 minutes.
This independent doctor's got to call up and go, okay, you were down for a few minutes. You have, or if there's a penalty, then you have to go off for 5 minutes just for a HIA.
Even the independent doctor shit, right? Like I don't know. Sometimes they just let it play on, and let the guy die. You know what I mean? Let's assess him and then wait for him to die, and then we'll tell him to come off the field. And then sometimes they just take him straight off.
Yeah.
Like
Like
take the
Jerome
guy off.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Jerome.
but brother, just take the guy off. Like if you think it's bad as an independent doctor, you don't need 40 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's
No, no,
stupid
they give
because
him-
the
they
teams
give him-
don't. The teams should just take them off. Like Jerome, the team really should have just taken him off straight
But
away.
they give him a false sense of hope that he can keep playing.
That's what I mean. Why? What if Because what if the next year he gets hit in his head and that causes him to pass away or something bad happens? What do you do? So if you think something needs to happen, get it done. I don't understand, bro. But yeah, boys. On average, we had 18 sin bins this week. On average, 2.25 a game.
Yeah.
Do you know how crazy that is?
Can I ask a question to you boys? How do we feel about if they're gonna keep sin binning cunts like this? Like, it needs to be 5 minutes, bro.
Yeah, you can't have 10 minutes.
Well, like you can't. Like
You can't have 10 minutes.
Well, we got 3 sin bins. We had nearly half the game with 12 men.
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30,
bro.
half an hour, bro.
Yeah, half an hour of an 80-minute
that's
game.
half of the fucking
with-
game.
Like, dude, 5 minutes. Then at least it's like, cuz you're blowing it for every little thing, especially when the player can't even control it. Like Montoya is literally, it's a knee-jerk
there.
reaction.
Like Sorensen is a great example. What can he do other than be in the middle? He's got 2 big blokes right beside him.
No, but they said he didn't rap. But again,
He
you
couldn't.
shouldn't-
He couldn't have.
You shouldn't even have to rap if you connect cleanly.
Yeah.
Rapping is bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know what rapping does. It does nothing.
Rapping is shit.
No, but
Because we're not Eminem, lad.
yeah, I was gonna say. We're gonna
Brother,
spit
it's a
bars for you?
tackle. Whether it's with your shoulder or your arm, it's a tackle. We grew up this way. We played that way for 100 years. No fucking problems.
And I don't know, bro.
Like 80, we're rapping, bro.
The game's gone very soft, bro.
I'm sick of it.
The game's
but
gone
every game is getting soft.
way too soft, bro. And like, I get it because they want to attract the kids and that, but F them kids.
No,
bro.
it's not that, dude.
Straight
It's
up.
Sorry, can you
It's
remind me
not
what you
that.
told
Kids,
me you
bro.
were addicted to when you were addicted to the contact as a kid when you
Bro,
watched it?
Cause
That's what
at
the kids
charity
see
match,
and go-
dude, I got nicked by 5 people the first run, and I was like, man, I miss this shit.
Yeah.
You know
He's
what
like,
I mean? Man, I came off. I was tired after the freaking national anthem. I came off. I'm like to the boys, man, I'm in heaven right now, bro. I miss being on the field. Then 5 minutes later,
Nah,
knee.
half an hour later.
No, it was. I did it like 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in.
Oh, you didn't go back out in the second
No,
half?
I went back. Yeah, I went back out
You
in the
didn't play
first
the
half.
second half and heard it in the second half. You heard it in the first half.
No, I heard it in the first half.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I don't know why I remember the second half. Boys, anything else on this tragic stuff?
Yeah, just fucking listen to the fans, you dumb dogs.
Without sorry, one sec. Before what Andrew John said, guys. Without fans, the game is nothing. Wallah, like literally nothing. Like you can go get all your TV rights, and Channel 9 can pay this much money, and you can get VB sponsors and that shit ad that pops up every time the one uses.
Yeah, like, hey, but
All right, you can do all of that, but if no one's watching it, who cares? Nobody
Yeah.
cares.
No one to watch that piece of shit ad. Go whistle this, your AI ad dog. All right, wait, cuz, can we just say, when the GOAT speaks, everybody listens, mate. And thank God, mate, thank you, Andrew Johns, for speaking up, mate. This is why you're the GOAT. All right, Jonathan Thurston only speaks up about Spencer Leniu. And we got Andrew Johns, mate. Andrew Johns
Saving the game.
Andrew Johns speaking up about the referee calls, and there's no coincidence.
Do you reckon he's
that-
gotten fined for it?
No, they responded. They responded by listening. They listen. But why does the GOAT need to speak for you to listen? Why don't you listen to the fans?
Wally, you know
And
what?
that's what Andrew Johns was saying.
You know what kills me, Fred? Is they have access to all these players. We don't have access to
Well,
Andrew Johns.
what do I say? 2 weeks. 2 weeks and the crackdown will be done.
Yeah.
What are we in, week 2 or week 3?
Week 2, week 2. Week 3?
In week 3, I
Now,
think.
this week coming up is 4 or 3?
I think this...
Okay.
Yeah, so
You-
3 weeks.
You know what kills me, cuz? Is we don't have access to Trent Robinson and
Ricky.
Andrew Johns and Ricky Stewart and all these legends of the game. We don't have access to them, cuz. All right? Andrew Abdo and Peter Vlandis has access to these people. Gus Gould, all these NRL
But they don't listen
greats.
because they think
Brother,
they know more.
but that's the problem. You've been...
Abda, I know more than all of yous. That's good. What do you know? Everything? Nah, I don't want to listen.
That's what I mean.
South African swear words. That's what he called.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Fred. Wallah, like sit in a room and be like, listen, boys, like every year sit in the room and be like, what do you think we should do? Make a community, make something where people that have actual sense, cuz you have all these coaches and all this accessibility, kills my life. And ask them, what do you think about this? And you'll get your answer then and there. You don't need to have 46,000 sim bins in a half to find out. And then Andrew Johns walking off commentary for Channel 9 to find out that he's frustrated about how shit this is and he's just voicing what the fans think. So that's our 3.5 cents.
I was just going to say, do you reckon Peter Vlandis got hit as a kid, like in a game,
I
and
don't
then he's
know,
like,
cuz.
no,
I
I
don't know
can't
what his
do this
problem
anymore.
is.
Peter Vlandis.
He's good at making money.
Peter Vlandis was hired by the mums.
Yeah.
Mums.
Or the Karens.
He's good
Yeah,
at making
but-
money, cuz. Make your money and leave the rugby
But
league
this is
side
the thing,
to the
everyone
rugby league
says-
people.
No.
Everyone
What-
says he's good at making money.
He
He
is.
could make so much more
if
money.
he knew what he was doing. And listen, man, if you had a product that you could market and big hits sell, all right, they would make more money if they promoted an attacking
this-
brand of
This
The
football.
reminds me
American
of like,
market.
why would we make trillions when we can make billions? Like that's literally what he's thinking right now. It's so dumb.
Maybe they're scared of the American market, bro, because of the.
That's why.
The
It's
NFL,
because
yeah.
of the lawsuits.
Remember, Gus Gould said
They're scared of the
we
lawsuits.
might put Gus Gould under the bus. Remember, he said he's got like something fantasist or some doctor working on proving why HIAs and CT isn't like why we should just have big hits in rugby league. You remember that?
Man,
And
he's
he
cooking,
never did
man.
it. I'm
Let him
waiting.
cook. It's
I gotta watch
no,
him
no, no.
cook.
Listen, it's them. I was speaking to my physio who's making an app for tracking head knocks. Like head knocks are gonna happen in everything, but it's all about how you manage them and giving them the right amount of
Treatment. And
treatment, dude. All right. If you get a head knock and you treat it the right way, you're not gonna have those factors, or you're gonna have a much lower chance of becoming like Radley and stuff, right? Where they've just had so many head knocks and they play through it their whole lives
Stuff. It doesn't bother
because they
them.
don't get that time to
heal.
heal. So I can't wait till something like that comes out, and it's just they're still learning about it. But the NRL's just scared of a lawsuit. It's not for the mums and the grassroots footy and anything like that. They use it as an excuse, but the main reason is they're scared of the concussion lawsuit or the CTE lawsuit that might come to
Someone
them
can
one
make
day.
so much money off them with that, bro, and potentially.
At
just
the end
ruin
of the day,
game.
but why is that? I don't even know why it doesn't make sense to me, dude. You are a player.
You're signed up for it.
You choose because you love the sport and you know everything that is entailed. Can you imagine a boxer?
And it's your job.
Can you imagine a fucking boxer suing for CTE? Like my brother, you know what you're getting yourself into. Nobody told you had to do this shit. Because it's not assault. You're choosing to be in the ring.
Imagine Mike Tyson going, "Oh, he hit me in the head. I got CTE."
Yeah. Him in the head.
Come on, bro. It's like
I'ma
UFC
feel
combat.
you.
Nah, I got kneed in the head. And if it's referee negligence, fair enough. Get sued for that. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sport itself, nah.
Shouldn't it be in the contracts? It's be like
That's
you
what
know
I
what
think.
you know what you've signed up for.
But what we need fucking Habbo, bro. We need to ask him.
We need him to
Wallah.
write up something.
Well, no, we need to ask him if this is even like. Why are they scared?
It's
They know what they're getting themselves into.
I
Make them
fail to
sign a
understand.
waiver or some shit.
I feel like when we have something that's so good, there's always going to be something to ruin it, and we're still going to love it because it's just our bread and butter, what we love to do.
as that video is. I'm addicted. I can't
The
not
Tyler
stop
one-
watching it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm fucking addicted and I can't quit. It sucks.
Fix this shit.
The best clip ever, Tyler won.
All right, boys, let's get into the Broncos and Bulldogs. Some sad news. Yeah, let's do a quick meow, 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 meow.
No, man, I swear to you, like, okay, no one in Australia's phone blew up more than mine when we were losing.
But the
Okay.
first try, I got a phone
But
call.
did you have to put it in the freezer to get your phone to cool down? It has just been that heated.
Blowing
I'm
up.
lucky I have TikTok notifications on because it literally would have been like permanently vibrating. Pause.
You paused that, so you're good.
But I haven't muted. But yeah, I think the amount of people that were writing meow, meow, meow and saying fraud watch, tick. I'm like, my brother, did you just not watch the most, the Dogs won't play a game that bad for the next 5 years.
I have never, ever, ever seen a half that bad in my whole life. And I've watched the Bulldogs in the mud. I've watched everything. I've never seen a actual 40 minutes, everything go wrong.
Yeah.
Like every time Brisbane touched the ball, it didn't matter where they were. Wallah, I thought they were gonna score, and it happened most of the times, like 80% of the times. Right now, Preston is like the game starts. We go out wide. I don't know why. I've never seen us. I don't know. Maybe we have done it, but I don't really pay attention. And it just a little
We've
bit
been doing it.
a little bit of loss of concentration.
One
and
drop on, one knock on.
one knock on, and then bang they're through like a whatever that short ball,
Yeah.
and then
What?
their second try.
Yeah, with the biggest man on the planet.
Yeah.
cuz. What did I say on my story before the game, bro? Besides the Tupanua, what a unit. It was Willison and Piacora. That's the best back row they've come out
Better
with
than Ricky and the other one.
all year.
You've been saying this for a
by
while.
a country mile.
You've been
And
saying this for a
when
while.
I saw that, when I heard Ricky was missing the game, I'm like,
I'm scared.
uh-oh. The doubt started to creep in because I'm like, I know Willison always scores against us. And I know Willison's a gun back, will be gun in the back row. And I know he's a Madge player. And Piacora is a Madge player. Ricky and Gajewski, not match players. And cuz I'm telling you, if Reece Walsh and Ricky and Gajewski were starting like they usually do, we probably might have won this game. Well, I'm telling you, we could have.
I don't think
because with Reece Walsh, because Cobb, I don't think the guy made an error all game. Reece Walsh makes 4 errors a game right now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Walsh was in there.
Yeah,
that's right.
and then Piakura, Ricky and Gajewski, they're just not threatening at all. Piakura is more threatening than
they
both
just
of
do
them,
their job,
and Willison
really.
is more threatening than all 3 of them combined. And they're playing for their spot, dude. You know what I mean? The Broncos were amazing. But we were also it was bad.
It was
like,
comically bad.
like
man.
it was like there was someone that put a curse on us, cuz.
Yeah, it was that bad to the point you just didn't even believe it. It didn't affect you because you're like, this is not gonna happen.
What sent me was when it was the goal line dropout and it hit the ref, hit the trainer.
Let me tell you something, Wallah. Yeah, that was the second half. Yeah,
That was
that was the second half.
right?
Was it? Oh.
Yeah. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this, right?
2-6 or something.
I when I seen that, I'm all my anger, all my sadness, wallah, it just died. It went. I was not sad anymore. I was like, how the hell am I like God writes the script, right? How am I, like me now as a supporter, gonna have hope that we're gonna win when shit like that's happening? Nothing's going our way. Take it as a sign. God is telling me there's no need to get emotionally upset in investing in this. Just calm down. And that's what I did, cuz. I'm like, it's all right. Second half comes out. I'm like, all right, boys, let's win the half. That's all I want.
We did.
Win the half, and we did.
It was a moral
I
victory.
just want to say, like Broncos fans, you will remember that 58-0 flogging when you got nicked by Parramatta at Wankbest. What was it, Wankbest at the time?
Bank West.
Yeah, Wankbest. This was our, when everything
worked
went
so
wrong
well.
ever. When everything went, we got Wankbest and we got Comwank, okay, both of them. But this was like our equivalent of that because it was just a big game and it was just everything that could go wrong went wrong. That first half, cuz, how the hell did you not drop any of those kicks? How did you not screw up any of those 40-20 attempts? Like, Billy Walters was nicking us. Adam Reynolds.
I've never seen Billy Walters kick a 40-20 in my life.
Adam Reynolds nicked us to the point where he felt like he had to say sorry to me.
One sec. I've never ever seen Adam Reynolds be that cocky, but he was so cocky in the game.
No.
No, he was. He was like,
We were the cocky ones.
I was like,
Bro, he got in our head.
Adam Reynolds, I love you, bro. Please don't be cocky.
Well,
to
he
my
was
team."
not cocky.
No,
If
he
anyone-
got
if
in our
any-
heads. He did get
If
in our
anyone
heads.
was cocky, it was us, bro.
Yeah,
Alright.
I get it.
Like Critter is
Critter,
talking.
Critter.
Critter's talking mad shit to Cobo, and if anyone's allowed to talk shit, it's Critter, right? But he's talking mad shit to Cobo when we're down 34-0, and I get it, right? He's alpha
to rile
male
that up.
mentality, trying to rile everyone up. But we were the cocky ones,
No, but he.
and we came out to try and bash them, and it went all wrong. We're trying to play like we're a big team. We're not. We got our strength in numbers, and the Broncos knew that, right? So whenever we would commit big numbers to the middle, big
Offload.
numbers to track, offload, khalas, see you later.
See you later.
Quick play the ball, spread it straight away. Like they had a mad game plan, Madge.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
boys.
Broncos were unbelievable.
And it's so good to get found out like this and to have our weaknesses be exploited this early into the season. Because I'm telling you, Serralda will make changes and adapt. And I'd love to see the next time we verse each other in like round 18 or something like that. Because, again, we're going to be better because we're getting found out now.
A
And
certain fullback will be playing against us.
listen,
won't get picked for Origin.
Reece Walsh is a gun player. I'm not saying that he's... But right now, he's in bad form. And you know what I mean? And he's not... The confidence isn't there. Whereas Cobo had the perfect amount of confidence. He wanted to prove that he can play there because I think he wants to play fullback. And I think he said it.
He said that.
So
Where would you put Reece Walsh then if you put Cobb out fullback?
you don't. You put Reece Walsh at fullback.
Probably at the nail salon.
You put him at fullback.
Wallah, I love Reece Walsh.
It's the best
But-
fit for him to be fullback.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, you can't put him at 6 because the team has 3 people that can play in the
Who?
halves.
Cobo? Oh, Walsh.
Walsh, yeah. You got to play Walsh at fullback because
I
you can't
reckon
play
Newcastle
anywhere
United should sign him as a 7 or 6.
for $2 million.
Yeah, get him at the
Listen,
Perth Bears.
Boys, listen, man. I think, like you said, it was good to get found out. It was very humbling
Yeah.
because, let's talk about that first half because we lost our heads, cuz. Like, Wallah, Tupanua lost, like, Burden, Tupanua. A lot of the time, we were just doing crazy shit. I know Montoya's one wasn't a sin bin, but we lost our
But
heads.
that was because of Tupanua is the
Tupanua
reason
same
why.
red.
Because it was just fun. Like, this is what I was talking about comical. The knee penalty Then we have the ball and he knees Fiacura in the head. Well, it looked intentional, not going to lie.
It was bad.
He's running, but like, dude,
For me, he's running.
The second one looked fucking bad.
It was bad.
The
Like, he
second one-
should have been put in the
and
bin
then-
for that.
So then this was the biggest ball don't lie moment ever. People were saying send off. No fucking way send off.
Sin bin.
What was the
That's
second one?
Sinbi.
Well, I forgot. There was that many instances.
This was the third one.
What was the third one?
So Tupanua is supposed to get sin bin.
Okay.
So he
For the
makes
knee-
a
for the
bad
knee.
tackle.
For the knee.
No,
But
he
then-
makes a bad tackle first.
That's the first sin bin.
Yeah,
he
first-
did.
oh,
But this would have been if he got sin bin for the knee, it would have been the second time that he got sin bin. It would have been our third one. He does, but we have the ball and we're attacking and have momentum. Then he knees Piukura in the head and doesn't get sin bin. And everyone's like, how the hell did he not get sin bin for that? Then what happens the very next play? They kick the ball off the penalty and then Montoya hits him in the head when Piukura
He
gets
falls
knocked
into him
him
too. It's not even
he
a.
gets knocked into him by kick out.
It is the softest penalty sin bin.
I'm,
but it-
I'm sick of it.
And
bro.
then he gets sin bin because they just got. He should have been sin bin, and I was scared to sin bin him for the second time. So then they just said, "Hey Montoya, like
Take
you gotta
one for
get
the
sin bin.
team."
There's been too many.
yeah, and he's like,
There's been-
what?
There's been too much eye contact, Marcelo. Go.
Nah, listen, man. Like
It was too funny, dude.
it was too much. And
I
but
was laughing my ass off.
second half, I was in tears, like in laughter. I was just having a laugh. Like after the goal kick, whatever the penalty kick, the goal on dropout, I was like, wallah, it's
No.
done. There's no point of me getting emotionally
You
upset.
know when the laughter started when the Curran got sin bin after the second. Was it the second or the third try he got sin bin? Yeah. So then like the very first tackle after the second try, I'm like, all right, boys, I'll wake up now, and he gets sin bin.
Boom.
But it was the one where Kikau charges the ball down, and it bounces right into the fucking Broncos player, and then they fucking score like the next tackle. And I'm like, Huz, like, what am I watching, dude?
What's Huz? Yeah, what's that?
Like,
Huz?
like 80 Huz. Like, I just kept saying that over and over.
But it was like our magic, the luck or the area we got right for us for 7 weeks
Yeah.
had to be paid back to Carl.
it's like someone must have had a big multi and that was the
Yeah,
last
I
one.
think
Well,
just to point
honestly-
this out.
We just got rid of like 4 games worth of bad luck now
Okay.
in one game.
Yeah. Okay. What I want to tell you is Jared Sutton. He missed us last week, so the week before he missed Good Friday.
He wanted to
He
be there.
had to do something. You know what I mean? And
He was
forget,
bad, but-
forget the sin bins. The penalties were so bad because there was so many penalties. And there was an instance where it was kick out. The guy got sin bin for hitting kick out. Was that Stags? They got Mariner got sin bin. They both should have been sin binned. One bloke ran in with his shoulder. One bloke swung his arm. It was a 2-in-1 like
I
sandwich.
don't think it should have been both.
I
but-
think both of them. If you're gonna sin bin one of them, they both should be sin bin. And then there was a speed tackle on Montoya. We're like,
No, come on, bro. What are we doing?
No, that was bad, cuz. Don't
No,
start me. Wallah, don't
bro.
start me. Because they did the other
Wallah,
one,
it's
didn't they?
not.
Didn't they sin bin the other one after it, or they penalised another one after it?
They penalised another one for
Stags.
us.
What did Stags do?
Yeah, a similar
Did he
thing. Right?
get sin bin?
He got it wrong. The first time he got it right. You're allowed to do that shit if you don't go beyond the horizontal and they land on their back. He was, dude. Those are textbook tackles,
If
man.
Bulldogs do that shit, we fucking get sin bin.
Yeah,
I'm telling you from now.
But
That's my point.
Let's just be
I love it. I love it.
Wallah,
I love
Stags-
this contact.
Stags is a fucking gun. I can't wait
He
to watch
is.
him live next week because I don't get to see Broncos play live very often.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna relish the opportunity to watch him live, dude.
They're versus Panthers, by the way.
Yeah, I know. How good is that to see them lose in person?
Boys, this
They lost last year as well, Magic Round.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
to
about
the
this.
Waz.
To the Waz with no
Can
one.
I just say the cherry on top was for me because I obviously copped a hot chip after we went down 13 plus on the buzzer just to see the cherry on top where you had the meow your own team because of the try at the end, man.
That wasn't even the best meow that there's. Man, I had to meow my team in person at fucking when we lost to Manly.
Oh, that's Chico.
And I had like 300 people around me, like all watching me, all eyes on me because they knew if we lose, I got a meow, you know.
But just before we move on, can we just be glad that Jared Barrea Hargraves isn't playing because he probably is in jail after this round. If he
Tane, man, you know,
Tane Milne.
we missed Tane Milne, bro.
Tane Milne would have been head of security of the
Mate,
whole
we
prison,
might have
bro.
actually got a send off.
Tane Milne would have actually spent more time in the sheds the next 3 weeks, the last 3 weeks,
Bennett would have
than
just
on
not
the
picked
field.
him if he was at the Rabbits.
Look, we got
Far out, Tane Milne, wherever you are, I miss you, man.
Super League.
I know.
He's loving it there, bro. Boys, these suspensions are gonna hurt us, bro. Do you agree or not?
How many suspensions are
Three.
there?
So we got Burden's
The
out for a
Tilly's
week.
out for like 6 to 7 weeks.
Five.
Five?
Yeah,
No,
Burton's-
they all took early. We don't challenge. We just take early guilty pleas.
Yeah, Burton took a week,
Yeah.
right?
Oh man, fuck me, Dad. That one stings.
Sicili's 5 weeks and Curran's 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so all of those are losses because Sicily is someone that we bring off the bench to help us see red.
Yeah. And it hurts because Jack Todd's out for 10 weeks.
Yeah,
too.
as well. And
So
Harry
this
Hayes is
would-
back, but
Harry Hayes is back. This would have been a sick op because we've got a very young player coming through and he's played a couple of games now and he's done really well. Like this would have been a massive
What's his
opportunity
name?
for Jack Todd.
Oh, Jack Todd, yeah.
A lot of people might not know him, but like he scored against Newcastle. He's a real mad.
His
he's a
footwork
big
is
boy.
unbelievable, bro.
He's a real big boy.
yeah,
And-
his foot, like his ability to turn, like change quickly. It's like a center.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Hayes is really good at that too, dude. Like the winding runs, like that's what Hayes likes to do. Where his line is that he runs is very unpredictable a lot of the time, and he
Yeah,
can
and he
move
struggles
laterally really well.
It's hard to tackle it.
It's gonna be tough, but the thing is we won round 1 without Josh. We won a couple of weeks without Satili.
Now we don't have any of them.
Yeah, now we don't have both, and they're going to be big
3 of
losses
them, bro.
because we don't have. Matt, look, come on, bro. The Titans get to verse us. without
Burton,
Matt again.
Curran, and Tupanua. For the
But I think because, and the beautiful thing about this is it's a good test. Like the guys that don't get big minutes finally
play
get to have a
big
run.
minutes.
Finally get to have a run. I'm waiting to see if Curtis Moran finally gets picked.
Yeah, where is
because,
Curtis Moran, man?
because dude, yeah, because man, I was speaking about it with somebody. I can't say who, but he's like, man, Curtis Moran is, fuck, man, he wants to play so bad. And
Yeah,
he
he
trains
loves
so
it.
hard. He plays hard, but it's like he needs that extra 5 more minutes of
Game time?
of gas tank fitness.
Ah, okay.
And
So
that's
are they
'cause-
conditioning him
'cause-
to be like that?
Because
or-
our forwards are playing like proper 30-minute stints, like and 25, 30-minute stints of
Go
balls
hard.
to the wall.
Go hard.
And Curtis he's around that 15, 20-minute mark more than he is that 25 mark. So that extra 5 minutes. And because he's undersized as well, very small player in the middle.
Big
that's
heart,
what-
bro. Big
But
heart.
dude, if he gets a crack, I'm telling you, he's gonna relish the opportunity because he's like
he was
he's psychopath. Bro.
Yeah,
he
he
just
is
wants
a
to
psychopath,
play.
and he was like the shining light in our darkest days,
Yeah,
bro.
he
He's the
really
one that you
was.
looked at and you're like, at least Moran's coming on. We're gonna do something.
And
you know what I mean?
I'm looking at guys like
quick too.
Jack Underhill. I really, really want to see him play. He's like Jack Todd. We re-signed them both on this, announced them at the same
Jack
time.
Squid.
The Jacks, bro.
The Jack Squid.
Well, I think he might debut because
Yeah.
he was going to go back to 5'8", and then they'll bring in Moran and Salinka Fafita.
Yeah.
Now there's one spot left. I think they're going to give it to Underhill. I think without Todd, I think Underhill's up next.
I have
Yeah,
a little
I-
hot take. I think
like-
Mitch Woods is gonna play very soon as well.
No, he's injured, isn't he?
Yes. Oh,
No, he's back.
he's back now, but like you wouldn't
Bro,
think
he's
they'd do it
fucking.
again.
He's just out of high school, bro. Leave him alone.
I'm just letting you.
Maybe one game.
When I hear
If you're
things-
gonna play him against
Cuz-
anyone, it's gotta be. It's gonna be the Titans.
I'm telling you
Yeah.
something now. This is just thing. When I hear something, I gotta tell my people. You know what I mean? When I hear a little bit of, it might be wrong. I don't know. Take it for a grain of salt. But we might see Mitch Woods very, very soon.
I don't know, man. But Bailey, the thing is we've already been pretty, like Bailey and Toby have played 3 games together now.
And they've looked good.
So like the first game they looked a bit
They're a bit
wank.
slow in attack.
Underhill growing into his position.
But the
Yeah,
second
yeah,
game
he's
was very
becoming
good,
a man, and I think, man, I'm yeah, because he's hanging out with Lebs, bro. Hanging out with my
He's
cousins.
Irish, yeah? Is he Irish or
Yeah, but
Scottish?
he's,
Scottish?
he's dating one of my cousins.
There's
bro.
got to be a there's got to be
Bro,
a,
he was at my family picnic, dude.
When?
He's,
Who, Bailey?
yeah, Bailey.
Tell him come past, bro.
Bro,
Yo.
I'm gonna try, man.
Why are you going to try? Tell him come past.
No,
Hey,
no, yeah,
my
he-
cousin, brother.
He goes to, I saw him at church at Allwood once as well, dude. So, but yeah, Bailey's a Zalman now, and you know
He's a
what?
proper Zalman
You know
now.
what? I'm watching him play. Like, cuz we need to talk about one thing. We really haven't spoken about it. Like, dude, Reed Money got
Hooked.
fucking hooked, bro. Hooked. And Bailey, and he kept Bailey on. Why? Because Bailey was playing well.
Then
And
Reid
we-
Money
we-
comes back on and throws a forward pass.
Yeah.
And it just shows
And,
you, like,
I-
Ciro would have been
listen,
losing it.
I don't think these Reed Money fucking shop around stuff
Fake.
was legit. But
Now you're starting.
but no, I watched it, and I've been watching Bailey the last few weeks, and we've extended him another year on his contract. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dude, he would be on like near minimum.
Cap space.
He would be on like near minimum, and this kid can play. He can play, and I think he's our backup hooker right now. But if they did shop Reed Money around, and I love Reed, but if they did shop him around, I think we have a suitable replacement in
Bailey.
and I think with our hookers, dude, like the hooker position, we have let some gems go. We've let like Damien Cook go for Michael Leisha. We obviously let Michael Innes go. Then he won a comp. Let go of Jeremy Marshall-King because the guy kept tricking everybody. He would play good on his contract year, then he'd re-sign and
Yeah, I remember that.
So then what did the Dolphins do? Just keep signing him to 1 or 2 year deals.
They figured it out, bro.
But I could definitely say, like, all right, now I can. The fact that he got hooked means there's stuff that Reed is doing that is pissing Serraldo off.
Yeah, because, bro, he
And
missed
he's
a
on
tackle. He
650.
missed a tackle for them to score. Like, I know it's not only him, but
Also, you bet.
But we're leaving him on an island. Come on, man.
It was Xavier Wilson, who's like 6'7" against
Yeah.
Reed Myers, like the shortest bloke in
Yeah.
the field. That's not fair.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of missed tackles.
But he
bro.
does look. Every hooker misses a lot of
course.
tackles because you.
I love
you
Reed.
leave
I-
them isolated. A lot of them are munchkins.
Massive, yeah.
Munchkins, bro.
But
what I mean?
listen,
But-
I'm not. I'm here. Like I noticed that as well, and I didn't want to talk about it because I love Reed, bro.
I love him too.
We gave him a bit of stick when he first signed because he had a go at the fans. Remember, there was like a certain thing.
When 66-0.
Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine. At least he's shown some emotion. I didn't like it at the time. I said,
But
my
he was
2 cents.
captain as well. That was the sad thing. Yeah, they stripped him of that.
They
pretty
stripped him of
quickly.
his captaincy.
Listen, I'm just saying there might be some validity if they are about these rumors, dude.
That's the first. Wallahi, when he hooked him, the first thing that came to
That's
mind.
the first thing I'm
was
like,
that
okay,
Fred.
maybe they're not bullshitting.
When he didn't bring him on back after like 15 minutes, you know, he's probably like, Reed's probably having a bad stint.
and-
Let me bring him on. He brought him in the last 10 minutes or
Yeah,
something.
and Bailey was doing pretty damn good, bro.
Pretty damn good, bro. So.
So, hey, man.
It's something to keep your eye on, Bulldogs fans, because
Yeah.
that could be something.
Do you reckon
man.
he goes to Perth? Reed?
Nah, I think he goes back to Para.
Reed's got 1 year after this, dude.
I think he goes back to
Yeah,
Para,
so-
bro. To be honest,
No, they've got a really gun.
Roosters?
Yeah, Riley Smith is
Riley
like
Smith
the
is
new
good.
Reed.
Roosters.
No,
do
they
the
got
Roosters
Reece
have?
Robson.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what they.
Cowboys.
Maybe Cowboys.
He's a Queenslander.
Yeah.
But the thing is, man, like, all right.
I don't
listen,
wanna shop him
we're
around,
being
bro.
pretty. I don't want to shop him around either, dude. The guy's in Origin.
We
talks.
just signed him a job, bro. We got him on a job somewhere
I would
else.
keep Reed, but I'm just saying, like, this thought is going
It
to
could
their
happen.
brain. And he's a homegrown kid, bro. You know what I mean? And he gives like Reed's knocking on the door for Queensland the way he's been playing this
Yeah,
year.
especially
And
with-
I don't want to let him go. But when he got hooked, like if you get hooked like that, it means you're either having a super shocker, which he was, but he's also highlighting the fact that there's some frustration there. And when Serraldo said in the presser, well, Bailey was doing so good, I couldn't justify taking him off.
Was our best on field.
Yeah, I think, man, I
He
really
does love Bailey, bro.
Nah, but why does he like Bailey? Because Bailey plays
Does
the
the right
game the
thing.
right way.
No, I'm just saying he actually favors him. He
Yeah.
puts him on the bench. You know what I mean? To come on and play whatever it is.
Actually plays big minutes.
Instead of having four
Very
big boys.
versatile, dude. He's played hooker, lock, fuck, it's 5'8". And the thing is I think they see him as a lock long term. But now that they signed the kid from Dragons,
Dragons.
I
Latu,
was wrong. It wasn't the winger that scored like 4 tries. It was
yeah,
the one.
Latu,
He's a prop, isn't he?
he's a lock, bro.
He's a
His
lock.
kid
yeah.
is
He's
not
a big
normal.
boy, 18. He's like that.
Wallah, he's
bigged up.
shredded. He looks like critter.
Yeah, bro, he's such a
But
big boy.
he's our future lock. So then,
What do you do?
You
with
know,
Brad-
I'm looking at these moves and I'm seeing the future lineup take place. Bailey at 9. Man's going to retire in a couple of years, dude. This kid that we just signed will be 20, 21.
Be ready to take the
time
throne.
perfect time to take over the reins, my bro. All right, maybe he takes over the reins earlier. Dude, he didn't bring Kurt Mann onto the second half. I was ginning. I'm
Yeah, where there is.
cuz
Kurt,
we
man.
need Kurt
And
Mann.
as soon as he came on, step, he made some
Dude,
impact.
I don't understand why we're using this guy like he's a fucking valuable commodity. He is a valuable commodity, but he's
I
not
think-
finite.
No, but I think Serraldo's game plan is to drain Salmon in defense. Is to like
Well,
drain.
not drain. He was
no.
drained 10 minutes in.
No, I know,
cuz.
but he like
the fish wasn't
no, but
swimming.
because every bulldog.
The fish wasn't swimming.
I
bro.
want to answer a question
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of the Bulldogs fans ask, bro. They're like, why don't we start Kurtman? He's the best. I understand, but maybe Serraldo looks at it as a game plan to like.
No, it is.
Weather the
Some players are better as an
what I'm
impact
saying
player
is,
as well.
What I'm saying is he weathers the storm in the first 20
Yeah.
minutes, and then he's
He
like,
parks the bus.
he parks the bus.
He says, I said this.
You did.
I said this. If you don't beat the Dogs in the first 20, you lose. Or very much higher chance. of losing the game if you don't beat us on the first 20. Because Kurt Mann will come on against tired forwards.
And he's going
nick
to outwork
everyone.
you, bro. Wallah.
Because this game was over at 20 minutes.
Yeah, and then...
That was the difference. And he didn't bring... I would have brought Kurt Mann on at 25 minutes. But again...
He didn't want to hit the panic button, maybe,
Yeah.
which we should have hit the panic button.
No, but he brings him on at 25 minutes. I don't know why he waited to the second half. Like, we could have bagged one, maybe two cheap tries at the end of the first half. And then it's not looking
as bad as it was.
34-0 at halftime, cuz. 0 on an egg on the scoreboard.
That's crazy.
That's making us June. Then we score the first 3 tries of the second half. Imagine instead of 34-16, it's 34-22. You know what I mean?
We got all our conversion. It was 34-18.
Yeah, okay. 34-18. Imagine that was 34-24 if we bagged one.
It's a different
Like
ballgame.
Sharks yesterday. They bagged one at halftime.
And
That
it looked different.
gives you momentum going into the sheds big time.
Of course, bro.
Every time.
Yeah, every single time.
But
And then
yeah,
they
yeah,
lose.
I just think that-
congratulations, Broncos.
Yeah, they
Obviously,
played
they
well,
were
man.
amazing.
They
Every
deserved
one
it.
of them. Every one of
Payne
them. man.
Haas, bro. Just quickly, cuz Wallah, I've never
Do
seen...
we even need to speak
I
about
don't
it?
need to speak
Everybody
about
already
it, bro.
knows.
Wallah, I don't
Everybody
speak
already knows.
But
The
he
number one.
was on like a mission, cuz. He's
Killed
on
it.
a mission every single week, bro.
But
It's
he
not
did
normal.
throw- He did throw a forward pass.
Yeah, or I don't
Wallah,
want
he fucked us.
I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to talk about refs anymore. Wallah, it just does my head in. And I've been yelling about this forward pass until in my fucking backyard under that tin roof, and it probably even longer. So I'm not gonna think. I'm just gonna give Payne Haas his flowers like I do. Like, man, this guy's taking my whole freaking garden, the whole freaking wholesale, everything. Cause I don't know what more to say to you because you're just unbelievable. And if Bulldogs could throw cash at anyone, it's Payne Haas.
Yeah,
cuz.
100%.
I'm telling you, and I've been saying this for years. People were telling me you're crazy for wanting to give Payne Haas big money. I'm like, you don't understand. This guy can finish as the greatest of all time, bro. I've never seen a fucking prop move like that, be so quick. Now he's offloading. And what's next?
Yeah, or there's I'll make one comment. The gap of between him and the second best prop has now been moved like this.
I agree.
Because there's one guy on the Tigers that's like Payne Haas Jr.
He said it.
I mentioned this earlier.
He said it.
And
Joe said it.
And then, Joe
We're going to
said
speak
it.
about him.
Joe said it, but when did I say it?
You said it a long time
A
ago.
long time ago, my bro. So,
Yeah. Nah,
shout out to the Payne Haas and the Broncos playing dry weather footy in the rain and barely missing a beat, dude. How good is that?
Unbelievable,
Like, cause
bro.
I said it was a mad game because it was. I'm watching shit that was brilliant.
He was.
The way they played it was brilliant, dude. Shout out to the Bronx.
Let's move on to the Dragons and the Roosters. The Roosters and the Dragons.
Did
Anzac Day clash.
okay, did anybody think this wasn't going to happen? Like,
Yeah. Well, listen.
Last
Yeah.
week, remember we had this kind of discussion. Same movie. We've seen this movie before.
We've
Yeah.
seen this movie
I
before.
knew it was
Yeah.
gonna get ugly.
Did I say? I know I said the Roosters, but I don't know if I said the Roosters 13
You said
plus.
as well.
Yeah, I said because
I went
the
Dragons.
Dragons are a better team, but they see this fixture.
And they get
They don't
I-
like
they
I
collapse.
thought the only reason I thought there might have been a change is because you have Gutho, and Gutho's just a different mentality that Dragons have never had.
Yeah.
So,
he-
I had
that's why they didn't concede 56 this year.
That's why I
And they
had
conceded 44.
I had some level of belief that the Dragons would actually be able to do something, and I was quickly proven wrong.
This was the Sandon Smith legacy game.
Yes,
it really was.
this is what we're going to talk about because we're not going to
my
dive into too much.
my hooker and Supercoach.
Why didn't you tell me to get him, bro?
'Cause
You never
I-
helped me, bro.
Yeah, because you're against me.
No, I'm not.
Wait. You didn't get him at the start of the season?
What an
He
idiot.
was like the go-to cheap.
Brother, listen, nobody come and told me this now. Everyone, we all sat outside with Savage and we're like, oh, I got this guy. And I'm like,
No,
help me.
Half of that time was him yelling at Flax for shit.
I have a good team,
Hey
man.
man, this is my first. I'm top 15% right now, dude, and I got 1360 and still lost this week
fuck,
in my
I got
main
12.
league.
I got 12 something, bro. I done bad. This
I
week.
had
Well, if
1388.
You know what?
this week.
I was gonna get Teddy this week. I was gonna get
Yeah, but
Teddy.
your
I was
team
gonna
was
get
ass
someone
before.
else. Who
My
was
team
gonna-
is killer now.
Yeah, because Brandon Savage helped you. He's helped me too.
And Burden last week. That was a bad.
Yeah, that was a bit of a rough one, lad.
Man,
That hurts, bro.
Um,
Anyway, boys, let's speak about Sandon Smith was unbelievable, bro. Did he
Mad
bag a
player.
double? He
Bagged
bagged a
a
double.
double.
And he was just on fire, cuz.
Yeah, everything was going right for him.
I watched the highlights. I really skimmed through the game.
that dummy run was like.
That wasn't a dummy. That was a hezzy, bro. He acted like he was gonna dummy. He just ran straight.
What the hell?
Gutterson was like,
What the hell, Bernard?
well, like Gutterson was overthinking hard, everything hard. Like, just go for the guy with the ball, my bro.
Quickly about the Dragons. Who do we blame?
Well,
It's always the question with
Well,
the
no,
Dragons.
we know who they're blaming now.
Yeah.
Lachlan Ilias, he's getting dropped.
He got dropped.
He got
He's getting
dropped.
dropped, my bro.
He got dropped.
Some players just aren't built for the occasion. Teddy.
But I don't even think-
Did
look-
Teddy score his first try this week? of the season?
Yeah.
He did. And
He was amazing
Look at his
too.
Supercoach points.
Yeah.
130.
Every
It's-
week,
it's
every week
base
it's
stats,
70,
man.
80, 70,
It's
80.
base stats.
And you got to give 30 his flowers, cuz, because people read him off. And I know, like, probably not going to be.
He's a
good.
jiddle, bro.
He's probably not going to be ready, good for Origin anymore. But he's still got so much to offer the game, bro.
Well, I'd consider him for this year.
It's not a bad shout, to be honest.
Honestly,
Because you just know that he's going to give a 1 million 10%.
yeah, like if
And his 1 million 10% is good enough for that arena.
man, he's just.
Reliable.
I feel like he's gotten better since the last couple of games he's played. I think he'll do a job if we pick him this year.
I don't know. It's
If
looking
I
like,
see him in the team, I would prefer Dylan Edwards. And
Let me
I
ask
don't
you this
think
question.
I don't think Dylan.
Let me
Edwards-
ask
and
you
I
this
probably
question.
would prefer Ryan Pappenhausen.
Yeah,
the way
so
he's playing.
who do you pick for State of Origin Game 1's New South Wales fullback? Are you going Teddy? Are you going Pappenhausen? Are you going Dylan Edwards? Are you going Connor Tracy? Who are you going?
Don't pick
don't
pick
pick
Dylan.
I had to slip in.
I'm picking Dylan.
I don't pick Dylan.
I'll
please.
pick Dylan Edwards.
Why don't you want
I
Dylan?
love because I want my team
Okay,
to
don't
succeed.
listen to him, bias. I'm picking Dylan Edwards because he's bold and like Kobe
He's bold
Bryant
and
was
he's
bold.
cold.
You know what? Shout out to the Waz, by the way.
Michael Jordan was bold.
LeBron James is bold.
Yeah, he's bolding. But yeah, bold players get it done in the big games.
Bro, I think Dylan Edwards picking him is not is it's probably better for you, bro.
Who
Wallah.
did it? Who did it?
Manly.
The Manly did the Caruso. I thought
Manly.
it was
They took our
Vaz.
edit,
Shout
yeah?
out to
Manly.
Manly.
They took your
Shout
edit?
out to Manly. No,
No,
I
they-
took someone else's edit, dude. Come on, bro. It was Alex Caruso
Alex
edit,
Caruso.
and I took it. But at least tag me. Come on. No, I think they found that edit style the same way that I found it. Because I looked at the sound that they used, and it was used for like 50 other edits. So I'm like, they probably found it off Instagram.
And they'll
So
just wait for the right
people
time.
were tagging me saying they should give me credit. I'm like, dude, they probably found it off someone else.
Yeah.
Even though that video did well with the didn't have it.
Yeah.
Boys, you want to speak about the Waz? Do you got anything else to say about the Roosters and Dragons?
No, it was just regular schedule
And who you
programming.
picking for Origin? You're going Dylan Edwards.
Yeah.
You're going.
I want to see Ryan Pappenhausen have a crack. I'd like to see that. Look, Laurie Daly, you never know. I would obviously. I
It's
would
too
love.
little. It's too small.
I think Dylan Edwards obviously is a great
No.
pick and is the number one pick. You can't change him. But as a Panthers fan, take
Forget that shit.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah,
as a
if
New South
I'm if
Welshman.
I'm thinking purely New South Wales, then take Dylan. But like obviously, we're coming last. Like I don't know.
Forget. I'm telling you.
Who
Take the bias out. We need to.
who's been in better form this year? I don't
no,
think
no.
Dylan's been in the best form.
Yeah, but
out of all of them.
Dylan won last year, and he's the safest option.
Yeah, listen.
You
I
know what you're going to get from Dylan. You don't know what
Fred-
you're going to get from Ryan.
Can I ask you this? Who's your halves pairing for this year?
Moses and Cleary.
Not Luai?
Nah.
Moses and Cleary.
Why would
I
I go-
love Jerome. Come on, bro.
Why would I go Luai?
And I G him up all the time.
If I got
right?
Moses
But
and Cleary, both of them are
but-
fit.
come on,
I
man.
need to see that work. I
It's
need-
like this is like if
Game
you're-
1, 2, you're
They
safe.
threw this shit out the window when Queensland were good. They threw this 6 and 7 shit out the window. Just pick the best players available.
and it worked. well,
First and Kronk, khalas.
and they were both unbelievable in their roles. man.
And I just can't see Moses and Cleary not working. I
Oh,
can't see it. I can't see a world where Moses at 6 and Cleary at 7 doesn't work. Moses played plenty of years at 6, dude. He has a great running game. And if he's your secondary kicking option,
Pretty good kicking option.
I think we
Not
have
bad.
we literally have the 2 best kickers in the game.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Nobody's
It's a
safer.
fucking
Nobody's
no-brainer.
safer.
They're both good defensively. They both have a good running game.
Both-
They both
both-
have an elite kicking game.
Both clutch.
And they're both clutch.
Like,
Cleary more
unbelievably
than
clutch.
Moses, but still. And this narrative that Cleary doesn't do it in Origin, I don't like.
Yeah, we've had this.
He
Well,
does.
Nate,
If his forward pack goes forward,
if Nathan's available, you pick Nathan. Like that's just the number one pick, regardless of.
That's like picking Cameron
anything.
Smith for
I
Queensland.
hate that,
It's-
and that's I hate not picking Luai because when the fucking game was stuck and we waited 60 minutes for the first try,
He broke it
it was
open.
Jerome that broke it. Because when he runs, that's when he's the best.
That's his game.
But the thing is I barely see him run in the Tigers jersey. I need him to play like Panthers Jerome Luai if he's going to play in the Origin arena.
yeah, well, if he wants
Where
to do
he's
that,
running
then he's
and
gonna
being
have to,
aggressive, and I think he will, knowing he's got an experienced half next to him. You know what I mean? But again, with that logic, so will Moses if he's got an experienced half next to him. You know what I mean? So I think as much as I like Jerome, and if he gets picked, I'll have no problems. I actually be happy. You know what I mean? I play League of Legends with the current Origin half. You know, but I think it's got to be Moses and Cleary, dude. I just think it's the perfect fit.
Yeah.
One game, give it one game.
So I'll tell you my 3 cents before we move on to the Wise game. If I want to see something exciting and we haven't seen it before, I'm going Pappenhausen, right? If I'm going safety, I'm going Dylan Edwards. And I'm picking Moses and Cleary all day. Like you said, Queensland never cared about a number. They just wanted to see these players play, and look what they did, bro. Yeah. They mangled us for years and years and years, and mangling is a big word. All right, boys, Waz versus the Newcastle Knights. Just quickly,
the
Waz win 26-12. It was a very boring game. I don't even remember.
The only notable thing out of that game is the fact that Dan Nelson didn't have to run 20 kilometres.
Okay,
boys. He still had to run quite a bit.
He had to run 16.
You know what's interesting about this? Waz are in the top 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they still in the top 4? They should still be in the top.
Yeah, they are.
Nothing's changed. They're third. Unbelievable result for them because
I love you, Waz.
After you watch the first 2 games, you're like wooden spoon, and now
they haven't lost at home, I don't think.
Nope. Yeah. Hey, listen, bro. It's the Bunty effect. You've only lost 1 game since Bunty came in. It was against Melbourne. You didn't bring him on till the second half. So
it's all about Bunty.
Bring on Bunty earlier, you dumb dogs, and you'll win games by more. Because when Bunty came on against Melbourne, they won. From when Bunty came on.
It's the Bunty effect, cuz.
I'm telling you,
like it's
baby
the
bunting.
Boys,
but good on you, man. Because the Wise have a very, very high very, very high floor, very, very low ceiling. As long as they play solid, they'll
be good.
They're gonna beat a lot of the shit teams. But it's when a good team is there on their day, they're gonna be the teams that they're gonna struggle against until at least round 11 when they get everyone back. Because Wateni hasn't played this year. Rogers back round 11. Wateni's back round 10. Fisher Harris back round 11. So that's when I'm going to look at them. I'm going to see
what they really are.
Full strength, bro.
And they versus the Dolphins. That could be it.
They're going to nick the Dolphins.
Boys, Storms and Souths. Wasn't the outcome many expected. And Melbourne just, I don't know.
My goodness, bro. They just couldn't. The finishing touch was not there.
It was not there.
They are missing Harry Grant so much.
The first 5 minutes,
my
Fred,
goodness.
I captained Pappenhausen for this year. The first 5 minutes.
So did I.
I'm like, Pappenhausen looks so good. He was just running everywhere. His mullet was flicking everywhere. And then he did pretty good for the game. And then he gets Simbian at the end. I was like, fucking spewing, bro. There goes my Supercoach. There goes my double points in Supercoach. So, Melbourne should have won by more, definitely.
Definitely, dude. That's so much ball. Again, it was like the Dragons game where they just couldn't get that finishing touch. Dude, they have missed Harry Grant so much the last 2 weeks. They need that guy to come back ASAP.
When's he back round 10?
Yeah.
The time I heard that he was overrated is crazy.
Bronson Toom is
Bronson Garlic. Bronson Toom.
Bronson Toom. He's just not it, lad. He's just not Harry Grant. And Tyron Wishart, they can try all they want to make him Harry Grant, but he's not Harry Grant.
Not even off Wish, isn't Harry Grant? Yeah. I don't know, bro. All I know is he's turning into a proper South supporter.
Yeah,
proper Souths fan because he's lost his tooth.
Yeah.
The NRL physio reported it, and that was
fucking funny,
so good because usually it comes up, you're like, what happened? There's an injury, you know.
I was so confused. I was like, it's not April Fool's. Like, what are we fucking doing here? And it was like,
it's serious.
Yeah, I was like, it's genuine.
Yeah, because Hornsby, Ben
Hornsby.
Ben Hornby
did Ben Horny.
He did the presser, and he had who did he have next to him? I can't remember who he had next.
No one.
No, I had Wyden with him.
Wallah, he played good.
Wyden played good. Wallah, he did.
He didn't
that's
play
probably
washed.
his best game I've seen him play.
Yeah, in a South jersey.
What do Melbourne do, bro? Because they're not playing as good as they should be. They need Harry Grant back, you reckon?
They need Magic Round. That's going to be because they nick everyone at Magic Round.
Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders usually have their number.
I can't wait
they play like the way they have like some of these games, dude, like where they're just not taking the game seriously for full 80. The Canberra Raiders are going to get them, dude. Yeah.
All right, boys. Next game. Anything else on Melbourne? Really, nothing.
Well,
really.
I just
expected more. They're kind of flat.
We've been getting the whole. Dogs haven't beaten a good team yet. They only beat the shit teams, even though it's fucking Shark Park. That game, that's a tough game, dude. Because losing to a worse team is worse than losing to a good team. Enough of this bullshit narrative.
I feel like someone must have put a full stop there.
I'll put the full stop.
I agree with that. The Panthers losing to like the Titans is more humiliating to me than losing to Storm.
It's
Yeah, of
less.
course.
It's a lot less understandable.
We lost to Storm by 6 in
You
whatever
got mopped
round,
by
whatever
Dolphins.
round, and I was like, we're winning the comp. And then we
Dude.
got mopped by Dolphins.
Dude, they look beatable.
Yeah, but you, no matter what happens, you tell us you're winning the comp.
Well,
every
be
5 weeks,
quiet.
every
Mate,
5
mate,
days,
we're
we're winning the comp.
cunt.
We're winning the comp.
We're still
We
winning.
You
need
see
to
us get lose
You're
70-0.
winning-
We're winning the comp.
You're winning the spoon, bro. That's what you're gonna win.
Honestly, we're gonna speak
listen,
about
bro.
you.
Listen,
I'm trying to save my energy.
they
for
look
yous.
beatable. The Storm.
That's what I
They look
was saying,
human.
bro. That's what I'm saying. to
Yeah,
yous,
there's
bro.
some weaknesses. A lot more weaknesses I'm seeing in the Melbourne team than I'm seeing in my own team.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this for a few.
So-
I don't fear. I fear the Raiders.
Yeah.
You hear me? And I know the Broncos beat us, but I didn't fear them.
We got the
wallah.
Raiders in 2 weeks and none of these forwards, dude. That's
Bro,
gonna be a tough one.
I'm scared of
I
the
think
Raiders.
we're losing that one.
That game scares me, bro.
I think we're losing that one.
All right, boys, let's move on. Cowboys Titans. What a choke job from the Titans. What the hell
fuck?
happened?
I was at my mate's house.
I was happy because I tipped Cowboys.
Well, I tipped Cowboys too, but I'm watching and I'm like, oh, there's another one from the Titans. Oh, they're vibing. Oh, we have them next week. Fuck. Oh, no, they won't win next week because they're winning this week. And then I look at then Donny. I get a message from Donny Sports, and they got that fucking whistling ad on the fucking at the game. And he's like, I feel you. And then he didn't feel me because instead of losing, his
won.
team won. His team put fucking 44 points in one half. 38 straight points.
What's
And
the
won.
problem? What's the problem with the Titans? Bro?
Everything.
Injuries. As
Injuries, obviously, but even at full strength, they probably lose this game because
Because they always do this. They
got
There's just
no-
no heart.
They got no dog in them. Zero dog.
except Tino.
The Tino and Bo Firma. That's it.
Yeah, Bo Firma's been on
Wallah,
a
Bo
roll.
Firma
lad.
is
I used to
the
run a muck on that
only-
guy.
The only fucking
Consistent.
little fucking shining light that they have is Bo Firma.
He's consistently every week, but he's
Wallah,
good.
that poor bloke. He's come back from an ACL and he's better.
And how about Tino's Tom Brady pass?
Oh, that was fuck. Tino's a gun, but
Tom Brady,
Well,
LeBron James.
I think they could both play Origin.
Tino and Bo Firma.
Oh, Tino would
Bo Firma's
play.
a Queenslander, yeah? Or yeah.
Both of them are.
Fuck, man. He's got the Queenslander like
I
heart
think he
in
was in line for the Queensland job before he got ACL tear.
him. That's painful, bro.
So,
But yeah, that forward pass was bad. Cowboys are now 4 in a row on a win streak.
good on him.
Do you think
Deej, King Deej, bro. I told you he's not gonna be that bad.
the Titans will get the spoon?
No,
No, no.
And do you think Cowboys will make the 8?
potentially.
No.
They just don't have the forward pack for me.
I think they get found out later in
But
the season.
this was the Tom Dearden game. 5 fucking assists, 200 meters.
He's unbelievable, bro.
Well, this was the game he arrived like properly.
You know, Broncos would have never had to get Ben Hunt if they just kept him.
Yeah,
And he would have been playing 6 and he'll have Adam Reynolds at 7. That's a premiership winning. Like,
they would have won.
they would have won a comp, cuz.
But in their mind, they had Ezra Mam.
Yeah, I know, man, but fucking didn't. Oh, we had
Bro,
this. We had this.
Tom-
Isn't he close to coming back?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
weeks.
Ezra Mann's back
From
for 2
Sydney-
weeks.
No, after this week,
Honestly,
he's back.
if I'm like whoever in charge of in the NRL, I would never let Ezra Mann play this year, bro. Wallah.
Yeah.
I think what he's done is just, and I know it's not topic. We're not meant to be talking about this now, but what he did was crazy, bro.
Yeah, I know.
You can't do that shit. So,
He's back in 2 weeks.
so I don't know.
But Tommy's better anyway. And I think,
we
honestly,
said this last year. We had this argument.
honestly, like the Queensland have a bit of a fucking conundrum.
A good one.
Because I think I'm picking Tom over Cam.
Munster.
Yeah. You got to go to the next generation, my bro. I know Cam is like Darren Lockyer in Origin. One of the best. Cam is one of the best Origin players to ever play for both teams.
It doesn't matter how much you compliment him, bro. You can't take that spot away from him,
But
bro.
he's getting up there in age now.
Yeah, I know,
He's
but
getting into some injuries.
you really
And is he even is he better than Tom?
I think he is, bro.
I don't know. I don't
think
know
he-
anymore, man.
Like as overall, he's better, obviously.
I don't-
But
no,
you're-
not
I'm
obviously,
talking about-
not at
I'm talking
all.
about career and all that. Like,
I'm not talking about. I'm talking
you're
about Hallett
form?
now.
Form?
Now, dude. Tom Dean was the best 6 in the comp last year, dude.
I know, bro, but it's Cam.
He
Money
was the
Dog.
best 6 in the
It's
comp
Cam,
last
Money
year.
Dog, Munster.
If Cam
bro.
was
You
playing
don't-
last
you
year,
don't
would he be
take-
the best 6?
Who? Sorry.
If Cam was playing last year, a whole season, would he be the best 6?
Nah, because Melbourne, even though they
Because
made the
Tom
grand
Dearden's
final,
better.
Tom Dearden is better, yeah.
That's
But
the thing.
I'm not having it. I can't put him over.
Tommy, for a guy his size, tackles like he's a fucking back rower, dude.
So if you're buying someone for your team,
Right now, I'm picking Tom Dearden.
that's it. Okay.
But this isn't for the because you got to factor in the future if you're doing
Same
that.
age, same
But
income. Who you picking?
Same super contribution.
Who you picking? Same age, same
Hallett
income.
now. What do you mean same age?
Like as in same age, they're both in
if
their
he was,
prime.
no, I'm picking Cam.
Okay.
Fucking. But Cam's
So you
30,
don't
what,
think-
31, 32?
He's not old, bro.
But it's the reputation. He's not gonna get picked.
Yeah, I know, but fuck, there's a conversation to be had here.
Yeah,
There's a conversation.
they're
Like
definitely
leaning
within the
towards
next
Tom.
few years,
I'm leaning towards Tom
give it 2 years.
because I feel like Tom.
I think next
If
year.
your team- if
I
your
think
team-
next year I will agree with you.
If
but
your
I don't-
team's on the back foot, I feel like Tom's better.
If Tom was on a better team, maybe he would be like.
Dude, you switch him. You switch the two. Are the Cowboys better? I don't think so. Because they rely on Tom a lot. I don't know if Cam Munster can handle that level of workload. But you put Tom on fucking
He's a
on
big
the
fucking-
Storm,
he's
wallah,
a
wallah,
big
they might be
talking
better.
point, big conversation.
This is-
And I, bro, you're looking at one of the biggest fucking
Munster.
Cam Munster glazers ever.
No, but I agree with what you're
literally
saying.
yell.
I get what
literally,
you're saying.
Like I would spell his name Munster. like when
So
on
that's
my
like the
OJ
extra glaze.
videos, like extra glaze cuz. Because he was the Munster superstar.
Every time I hear glaze, I think of Jamie South being angry about the word glaze. It
Yeah,
makes me
that's
laugh.
funny. That was a funny clip.
Anyway,
yeah.
we'll have this
But that's a
conversation
good
another time. I
conversation,
think that's a
dude.
good
Well,
conversation.
around Origin
It's a
time.
great question. Around Origin, we're going to speak about that more. But Tommy Didden is fucking unbelievable. And he's going to grow into become one of Queensland's best, bro.
He's a mad
He's
player,
a great
dude.
player. Boys, anything else to say about the Cowboys before we move on to the last place? Penrith Panthers. Honestly, Flaxxy, wallah, I'm disappointed in you. I tipped you. I'm like, they won last
Belinda
week.
Sharp is a manyukba.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest, like what
The
a shit
ref-
ref-
I had so many fans coming up to me, like Manly and Penrith. They're like, "Look,
Yeah.
you guys
Nice.
you guys were never gonna win that game, but it was a terrible reffing. It was a terrible reffing game."
I mean,
I knew what was happening.
yeah.
I knew exactly what the first
Yeah.
fucking bit of.
Look, a lot of
knew
people
exactly
give
what the first thing they were gonna do
a
was.
lot of people give flack to Blaze Talangi. I want to say I thought he showed hard out there. They kept running at him. Every time they kept going down that edge, and I knew if anyone that knows anyone knew that side was going to score a try. But
Garrick
was always going to score
Garrick's
on that
always going to
side.
score anyway.
But especially on that side, we were very.
Was that Casey McLean and Jenkins side?
Yeah. And then Blaze on the side as well. But they kept running at Blaze. Like, he kept making tackles. He did miss a few, and, like, he still has a lot to work on. But overall, I was happy with his performance. He's improving slowly. He needs to, obviously... People that say that Jack Cole needs to go into that position, I disagree. We need to keep the chemistry. And the issue is, a lot of people have been going into my comments because obviously when Penrith lose, everyone...
You're famous.
My phone goes into, like, supersonic mode, I swear.
I share your shit straight away.
Right.
How do you think I feel?
Like with the Bulldogs, I couldn't imagine. But
I'm so happy I'm
everyone's
not
saying,
famous.
sack Ivan, Jack Cole needs to go in. Like, hold the phone.
Russ.
Hold the fucking phone.
Smack Cole. That bloke is not doing better than Blaze. Let me
Blaze
tell
Talangi, the thing that Blaze Talangi has is that X factor. Everyone was saying, oh, Jerome Luai's the guy. Jerome Luai was the real masterpiece. Jerome Luai was the missing piece. Look, we missed Jerome Luai, but he wasn't everything, right? Nathan Cleary is still Nathan Cleary. And just because Jerome Luai's not there, he's not Nathan Cleary. What has happened to the Panthers is we've become predictable. We have become to a point where we don't have that massive secondary 4 premiership winner half anymore. We don't have a guy that is unpredictable and that can carry the same load as Nathan Cleary. Jack Cole, obviously, he's serviceable, but Blaze Talangi needs to be the next. We need to rebuild around Blaze Talangi because what is happening, and you've seen it in the Manly game, you've seen it in multiple games, and you'll see it all season, is that they're shutting down Nathan Cleary. And unfortunately, Blaze Talangi's not.
He's not at that level.
He's not at the level, and he's not experienced enough, and he doesn't have the chemistry with Nathan to make the plays that Jerome Luai has. Anyone that is 19 years old cannot do what Jerome Luai is unless you're not even Lockie Galvin could do that, right? So what is happening to the Panthers is we've just lost our chemistry, and we've lost that experience, and it will take a few years. We're in rebuilding phase right now.
So I think what's wrong is Yous are making so many errors.
And
bro.
we're making...
And
it's-
yous are like, there was one game where Cleary was forcing his hand to, like he was over trying, and I get it because he's the man. He's gonna have to do something because no one else is gonna do.
And I was
anything.
saying this a few weeks ago, like, oh, Nathan Cleary needs to dumb down his game. No, that's the fucking stupidest thing I've ever heard.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not. When you, because you gotta, you as a half, like, we know that when everyone's on the same wavelength, he can do some fucking crazy shit because they know, the player knows where they have to be, what route they have to run. Like when he does those little chips over the tops and those grubbers and those insane kicks, the player has to be on the same page. He is playing with reserve grade level players.
And
who
that's-
don't even know. They don't even know what Nathan Cleary is capable
They don't
of.
fit in the system,
And-
bro. Because
and-
That you,
They
you
don't-
have one good. You have one good outside back right now, and this week you'll have two. But recently you've only had one,
Alamori.
Alamotti, and the other three are absolute dog shit. Tom Jenkins.
I got to say, Targo
dog
had a
shit.
killer game.
Yeah, he had a good game this week, but all of the other fucking games were.
Yeah, but he's like, he's got a fire
been the
under his
worst-
ass now.
he's
We
been the-
took him off.
Yeah, because he's been the worst one out of all
Yeah,
of them.
and look how he improved. He was the best one out there.
Yeah, but he's still shit.
There's still a ways to go,
But then you have Casey. Like, fuck me dead how this cunt. He just doesn't fucking pass the ball. This
I don't know who's still playing.
Well, I would have dropped him 3 times now if I was coach.
Yeah,
I'm
they don't
surprised
have
we're not using Kapoa. Like, Kapoa's just in Reggie's killing it.
I see Kapoa like Tigers Kapoa. Oh,
We also have Luke
he's scared,
Garner. We also have Luke
scared
Garner.
because you got to play Luke Garner there.
Yeah, well, Luke Garner, I think, is going to be the full
Nah,
fit.
because Kapoa, because I don't think this bloke knows what he's getting himself into, bro. My uncle,
He's been killing.
well, my uncle would gin every time he saw Kapoa on the Tigers team sheet. My uncle doesn't gin about anyone, but Kapoa gave this bloke PTSD because it's taken years off his life.
Errors.
But
But
yeah, you're better off giving him a run than probably McLean.
Yeah, I agree. Or Tom Jenkins.
But the thing is you the reason why was it Andrew Johnson says he has to dumb down his game.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was maybe it was one of them.
One
I don't know.
a good half, right? Said that Freddie or someone because he has to dumb down his game because the
No one's
people
on the same
around
page.
him are dumb
Look,
and they can't comprehend the
I
shit
don't
that he
think-
can do.
see, my issue is with the Panthers is the players have got the jersey and think they're going to be great. They haven't worked for it. They haven't earned it. And it's that entitlement that is costing us. They put on the Panthers jersey and go, oh, we're just going to automatically be great without putting in the work.
You know,
That's...
they're missing Taruva as well, wallah.
No.
Yeah, because
'Cause he's
the value over replacement player is a Manuk. If they don't have Brian To'o, there's no depth anymore.
Yeah, it's done.
It's Leroy Jenkins.
Branto should be back next week, yeah?
He's back this week.
I think he's back
This
this
week,
week,
yeah.
He's back
which will
this
be
week.
massive. It will-
He's going to be
I
huge
was-
for them.
I was
Who you
disappointed.
Oh, yeah, you're
I don't
losing
think
this
he's going to
week
be huge
still.
for him.
But
straight up.
the issue is we also haven't had a full squad. Like Sorensen's taking.
Yeah, but you don't finish last. You're not finished.
Cuz.
You don't be last.
You know what's funny? It's at the press conference and
Last.
Ivan
That's
Cleary
what's
goes. Ivan Cleary just
Last.
goes. 17's just a number, pretty much. Like that's what he's saying. It's like I don't know why it's a talking point, but I guess it is.
Anyway, I was disappointed because I tipped Penrith thinking they're going to bounce back.
But
Nathan
everyone's
Cleary,
dependent.
Dylan
We're favourites
Edwards.
again. This is the first
There's no
time
way you're favourites.
we're $2
Against Brisbane.
against $1.80
I
to
reckon they'll beat
$2.
Brisbane. I reckon they're going to beat
No,
Brisbane.
we don't have players. We don't have players, man.
So you're humbled now.
Injuries.
Adam Reynolds
Right, we've been
messaged
humbled
me.
for fucking all year.
What did Adam
Adam
Reynolds
Reynolds messaged me. He's winning.
He messaged him
And
because
then guess what, Flax?
Go.
Guess what? They're gonna get nicked. It's gonna be 20-0 at halftime, and that fucking ad's gonna come. And he's gonna be next to me. He's gonna fucking cough it. That's a TikTok right there. Right. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right
you
now.
just have to do the TikTok.
Well,
I won't be there, so
I'm
he's got to do
here.
it for
I'm
me.
here, like telling you what's happening. I'm predicting the future.
Man, you know what? Because I
No.
posted my own grievances about it
Nah.
this week. 'Cause
Boys,
it happened at
look-
full time. It happened at full time to me, and I posted. I was pissed off, and
Their pillow's gonna be hot, mate.
It got. Let's
but
speak
that
about.
pillow better be fucking on lava.
Let's speak about Manly because Tommy Turbo's back. As soon as he's back, they start winning. They start playing well. I swear I seen him limp off. I don't know if this brother's gonna stay fit for another game.
He's sweet, lad. Didn't you see him? Love my brothers.
Love
me,
Love me,
brother.
brothers. Love me, brothers.
Hey, shout out to Ruben Garrick. I knew you were scoring today. I'd never put $100 on anyone to score. I put $100 on you to score, and you cashed me in 6 minutes in. Fuck, I love you.
What a way to start the
Scarface.
game, huh?
But I was at my mate's party, and I was like, and they all knew. And I just see this white figure, because I was watching on a very small TV outside, and I just see this white, like, figure just crossing the line, and then it zooms in, and it's fucking Scarface, man. I love you, Ruben Garrick. Have you ever seen him walk into an elevator? He's maximum
I've
aura.
seen that video.
He
I've
had
seen that
Because
It's so
that made Manly worldwide, cuz. That was the biggest male thirst trap
Who's that?
Instagram's ever seen.
Was it?
Because it got like 1 million likes on Insta.
Yeah, it's gone viral.
I mean,
The women, that was a female thirst trap if I've ever seen one, dude.
And it worked.
Shout out to them.
2 million on Insta, dude.
Shout out to the Manly.
And it's
show me the
all-
video. Show me the video.
Cuz, look at Ruben, lad. Look at how he walks. Cuz, they were cookie. Like, fucking.
Yeah, the Ruben Garrick glaze.
Ruben's the first one. It's like stopping an elevator, how you do it, whether you have aura or not. And cuz
I've seen this.
the women were fiending over Ruben and Tommy, dude.
Yeah, it actually went viral.
2 million, like, that's fucking worldwide, cuz. And the whole comment section, it's not NRL shit. They're like, all the women are like, where's this office? How do I sign up?
Look at Jason Saab, Fine Shit Academy.
yeah. You gotta love them. They got some good guys there, man.
Nah, they do have.
I reckon Tommy Taylor's a sick cunt, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon he's funny as fuck, dude, because I just watch him play and he just makes
He
me
makes you
laugh.
laugh. And he's always.
And it's
He's
good
never
to see
serious.
him back there, bro. Back in the team.
Boys, last question before we move on is: am I going to be proven right? Penrith Panthers, are they going to make the 8?
Yes, we're making the 8.
You want
Just stop giving me those
Some
fucking
doubt.
faces.
I'm a
Well, we
guru.
are making the 8.
I am
This
such
is
a
the
guru, eh?
This is the first week I'm starting to doubt.
I've doubted for a while.
Look, I've ruled... Mate, we're 3 games. 3 games.
3 games. What?
3 games out of the 8.
Yeah.
And you're gonna lose this
and
week.
you're going to lose
so
this
it's
week.
gonna
And you're going to
be
lose the week after.
4. I'm starting to have some doubts.
Mate,
and then you're going to lose. You're going to lose.
I'm starting to have some doubts.
Look, I will say this.
I'm
We're not making
starting
top
to have
4.
some doubts.
I will give you...
What are you talking about? Top 4. What is it's like.
Did you just say they're gonna
It's
finish
like
top
Newtown
No, I
Jets.
said we're not
It's like
gonna make
Newtown Jets saying we're gonna make the top 8 in rugby
I
league,
said-
and they're in the fucking lower league.
Mate, I'm telling you, we're not going to make the top 4, but we're making the 8.
I sadly disagree with you.
All I'm going to say is that all the fans that are saying sack Ivan, shut the fuck
No,
up.
you don't sack a 4-time premiership.
Bro, relax,
winner.
you can't
know
sack
what you
Pep
do? You know what you
Guardiola,
do to
wallah.
those people? Hey, wake up. Think about what you're saying, cunt. Think about it.
You don't sack Pep Guardiola. You just can't. You went 4 in a row, cuz. You just can't do that.
All right, happy birthday, Yaya Toure.
If you know, you know. Boys, Raiders, Dolphins, quickly before we move on to the last game. Listen.
You even had me tricked, you dog.
Let me tell
you.
you.
even had me tricked.
Let me tell him. Fred, I got a message that shocked my life, right? It read, man, the Dolphins might be proving me wrong. I might be wrong. And then after like 20 minutes, like, never mind. Fred's right again. And tell him why. Because they actually were impressive in the first half. They played
Well,
good
some of
footy.
these tries were full hectic.
They were
bro.
unbelievably.
That last one was insane. I'm like, fuck me, they're just in the
They're
flow
having
state.
fun. They're having fun.
They're in the flow state.
And
Does
then-
everything. Boom. Jamal Fogarty comes. And Jamal Fogarty conquers.
Raiders are 4 in a row now.
Good on them, bro.
GIO is
Whoever
becoming a
whoever
fortress.
won that one was going to be 4 in a row.
Wow.
So
Whoever's and Joe is becoming a fortress because
What?
Ricky needs his flowers. Wallah, we all
Wallah,
looked
I
at his
love
squad.
Ricky.
We love Ricky and he does have a go, but
Bro,
Love
they're
you, Ricky.
third, man.
they're
I
third.
love you,
cuz.
Ricky.
Like that's
I
insane.
love you,
bro.
Ricky, cuz. Play
Have they had a
fucking hard.
boy? Or have they won 5, 6?
They've won 5.
Wallah,
They've played 7 games.
I think I had the Raiders
won
so
5?
low on my ladder.
They've had a bye.
I have as well.
Wallah, I swear I
They've
had them
won
so
5.
low. Respect, my boys.
Isn't that crazy how different it is?
Respect.
Like, when you
Matty
watch,
Nicholson, dog.
yeah, he's a proper dog. Bro.
Fucking
Should've
Hudson
started
Young,
dog.
dog. Tommy Starling, dog. Sebastian Chris, big dog.
Tamale,
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 Ranger.
Tamale.
Savelia Tamale, my bro. What were the Dragons thinking, my bro? I know. You know what they were fucking...
Bit of a
I can't whistle.
Flanagan is zinning.
Yeah. Good job, Savelio. You remember? I was hearing people say they're gonna give the spot back to Hopper Whitey. You know what you said? You know what you said, Tamala? You said this.
Yeah, God.
Fucking take it. My spot, lad. My spot. I'm the new Rapana now. Cause that try he scored was fucking. They were on doors. Cause fucking Sebastian Chris, he was this close. He was floating in the air. Cause
You don't know how much.
What a bunch of fucking dogs.
Fred hates Dolphins.
After
bro.
Mariota, dog. He's Josh Paparizzi.
Raiders and
Jr.
5. All right, boys. Tigers, Sharks. Last
Wait,
game.
wait.
Why? You want to move on?
Sucked in Dolphins. I got no voice.
All right, boys. Last game before we wrap up and give our tips. Tigers and Sharks. Now,
What
this is probably.
what I told you.
This is probably game
what
of the
I
round.
told you. What did I tell you, bro? Fucking Tigers 1-12.
Yeah, I tip Tigers.
I'm the one that told you
I tip Tigers.
Tigers gonna win.
No, I said it, man.
No, I tip Tigers.
You got it wrong,
You're the one that said
bitch.
We all said
No, I said
He
Sharks.
said, shoot him.
Yeah, I said Sharks.
I knew Tigers were gonna win.
I said it's up.
Sharks, like Sharks.
The power
they
of
should
Jerome.
have won.
Boys.
Sharks should have won.
Power of Jerome.
Boys. Boys.
Power of Jerome.
Sharks should have
Listen to me.
My dog. He went off with the HIA. They fucking fell apart, dude.
Listen, this was probably game of the round. Wallah. This was a good game, bro.
Our game was game of the round.
How?
Because Broncos fucking were amazing.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
But
game
this
of
was
the
a
round.
mad game.
Yeah,
At like
a tight game is game of the round, not 38 in the first half.
but
34.
then also the Dolphins game. That was
that was a
pretty
good game too, straight out. It's between them two. But man, the Tigers were Terrel May, boys. Terrel May.
Wallah,
Have a word. Let's have a word.
If he's not starting next to Payne Haas, there's some wiring loose, man.
You reckon the Roosters are spewing?
Cause what do you mean?
You reckon Gus is spewing?
They let go of no. I think Gus is okay. I told you, they don't
something.
care about the player.
There's something to it.
They care about the question marks. They don't want the risk. They're meant to be low risk. But obviously, we're ginning a bit because look how good he's playing. Like, he's playing at Payne Haas level.
He could have been a dog, bro.
Could have been a dog. Imagine how good we'd be with him.
Oh fuck.
But hopefully, Leo is like, we can get the best out of Leo because Newcastle are not.
Hopefully we can get him early, bro.
I would love to get him early. But I don't think
It's not gonna happen, but
But well, we let fucking Kalema 3 years early go to them and they don't want to give us some return the favour. Manyuk.
sack him anyway. They're coming last. Lockie Galvin.
Good on him, dude.
He came back and we
won. He won.
we
the
were
game
wrong.
with that tackle.
We were wrong. We were like, me and you were like, I don't know how he gets back. You're like, he's never coming
No,
back.
I think he got put in because Fainu didn't pass the fitness test. Latu Fainu.
I think he was always gonna play again.
But I think maybe they gave him a rest to get him away from all the noise, you know. And I didn't hear any Tigers fans booing because they were playing the bloody Transformers fucking like Descent to Earth fucking song. How could you like? I don't care about what's going on. I'm just vibing to fucking the Transformers thing. That arena. Yeah, okay, but then they were not booing when he set up the first try with a 2 meter forward, and then when he 1-on-1 tackled Tom Hazelton within dick suck range of the try line. Like that won him the game because Tom Hazelton for all money scoring there.
I think
they had him shot to bits. Lockie Galvin, 19-year-old fucking dog, one-legged fucking tackle lad. What a sick cunt.
Your voice is so gone, but when you say dog, I can hear all your voice.
Dog. What a sick cunt, Lockie.
But listen, it's better. It's the better option for the Tigers to, and we're probably eating our words here, but it's a better option for the Tigers just use him, bro. As much as they can.
They can make the 8.
They can make the 8, bro. Wallah,
And
look, they've won 50% of their games so far.
They're
coming ninth.
Wallah,
They're coming ninth. Like, they're in a good spot.
I swear to you, if you ask the Tigers fan, like, think of the player the Tigers hate the most. Fucking James Tedesco, Aaron Woods, whatever, whoever done them the most dirty. Because the player that the Tigers fans hate the most, if you said they come back but you make the 8, they would say, yeah. So they don't care. They just want to give him something.
No, but what do you mean? Because it's not just about an individual. It's about a collective achievement, bro. They're making the 8 after how long?
Make the 8, lad.
Now,
do what you got to do to make the 8.
Now, the reason
Play
why
like
they
it.
won, I'll give you the reason why they won, is because Nico Hines is nowhere near what he should be ranked as, what he should be paid as, what he should be looked at, what he should be viewed at. Right? Now, they could all be mean the same thing. But he is, even against us last year, as soon as he was kicking the field goal, I was like, we have won the game. He's got no balls, cuz.
No, cuz he didn't.
Why did Trindle?
He hit it off the post. It was very, very close.
Nearly kicked it from 50.
I don't care. Kick it again, bro. Why is Trindle kicking? Kick it again.
He kicked it
You're
twice.
Nico, bro. You're fucking Nico Hines. You fucking air.
Trindle and Atkinson were more to blame than fucking Nico Hines in this one, bro.
Cuz you gotta be clutch.
Trindle was fucking dog shit.
You gotta be fucking clutch, bro.
Nah, bro.
You gotta be fucking.
I'm not
clutch,
blaming
bro.
this one on Nico.
I've had enough. Well, I've had enough.
I'm
not blaming
this
on.
one from Nico,
All right, don't
bro.
blame it on him. But take the fucking game by its neck,
But
bro.
he kept getting charged down because he
Kick it properly. What the fuck?
What do you mean? He's
Kick
kicking
it properly. Fuck,
not
John
like-
kicked
did
the
he
fucking
miss?
thing properly.
Did he miss?
He passed it, got
Did
the
he
ball.
miss?
He had the
Did
opportunity
he
to
miss?
kick it.
Did he miss?
No, he hit the bar or whatever it is.
No, from 50
He
out.
missed, yeah.
The ones that were close, did he miss?
I don't know.
No,
what did
they
he
hit
do?
the fucking player.
You gotta fucking score it, cuz. I didn't give a fuck.
Cuz, what do you mean?
Your name
the
has to be
player is
written on it.
blocking it. Should he be
Kick it
standing
through
further
the
back?
fucking player.
Bro, he
should
passed
be
it to
standing
Trindle.
back?
Kick the fucking
Because
ball.
he's fucking nowhere near defender and the cunt missed.
Oh, let me kick a field
He
goal. I didn't
fucking
even
missed.
fucking. Trindle's one was even worse.
That's what I'm saying.
It's even worse.
But his one was open.
I never have to wind you up because he has
His
to play
one was-
fullback.
His one was open. An 80 Will Kennedy, bro. Fucking 6 Dalian points for that. No.
Cuz
he
wallah.
didn't get 6 Dalian, but he's the new Nico Hines. Like, there is something they're in love with Sharks players. Will Kennedy leading Dalian.
That's insane.
He does for every try he sets
got
up
no
or
energy,
scores. For every try he sets up and scores, he fucking lets one in, bro.
Fuck, I was trying to rile him up. I'm drained now, cuz.
You can never roll me out. I will
just
always
did.
war of attrition.
What is it? It's like, that's my secret. I'm always angry. That's you.
6 Dalian points for Will Kennedy.
He had a good game, though. That line break.
Bro,
That
no.
run.
One run and one support play.
But it wasn't his fault.
Cuz,
They lost the game.
What do you mean? He doesn't want to catch a bomb.
I think the Sharks are overrated, bro. Wallah. And I've said this for a long time. Like
just
they
fell
can hurt
flat
us
at
at
the
Shark
try line,
Park,
man.
and we beat them there, bro. I don't rate them at all.
Alright.
Maybe they pick up their shit at the end of the year.
They will.
But
don't
they
worry.
need to really, really do something about this because they need
Go
to
to
ice games.
Tigers.
Yeah, up to Tigers. Wallah. Tigers are doing unbelievable. Shout out to Benji, bro. Shout out to Benji. He needs a big.
I love
one.
you, Benji.
Back,
Clearly,
I
he's.
think it was a few weeks ago. You said by round 8 they should win minimum 50% of the game.
Yep.
Otherwise they're in trouble. That's why I marked that down.
The Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what you
Because
said.
now it gets
And they
hard.
currently are at 50%.
That's what I mean.
Go to Tigers.
Boys, last thing. Anything else? Anyone want to speak about anything else? I really don't want to speak about that Simbin. Wallah, it's just going to drain the shit out of me.
Well, we're
Nah.
not talking about it. We
We're
already
not
spoke about
We
it.
already spoke about it. All right, we do our tips, boys?
Yeah.
He's ready to go with our tips?
Yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Magic round. Probably
Me
just-
and
can we just-
Flaxxy will be there.
Can we just talk about how like
No.
terrible the games are? Like, give us some good marquee games
For Magic
Okay.
Round?
For Magic Round. Like, this is probably going to be the weakest lineup. I'd say the best game could have been Penrith
If you guys
Broncos
weren't
if
shit-
we weren't shit.
If you weren't shit,
Storm Raiders is probably
that's
alright.
what do you mean? It's a mad game.
But then Titans Dogs. Like, put
Tigers
Dogs-
Dragons is a good game.
Tigers Dragons need to be good.
no, yeah, this year. But the
Warriors
other years-
Cowboys.
That's sick.
Mad game.
What are you fucking talking
I don't
about?
Warriors
know.
Cowboys
I
in
don't
New
know.
Zealand.
They could have been better games.
That's a mad game.
Dolphins or Roosters
Mm.
is going to be mad.
The Roosters always lose. to
Bro,
the Dolphins.
wallahi, that South Sydney Newcastle game, I think I'm gonna just
Wait,
vomit.
what time is
I'm gonna
it?
just I'm gonna drink my own vomit.
Oh, I think we're skipping that one.
We might be sleeping in on
Hey,
that one.
I-
I
drink
skipped
my own
one game
vomit.
last year was Newcastle Titans, and I might skip this one.
All right, boys, let's
But then
go.
What if we miss it and Ponga actually arrives?
Do you reckon?
Like, I might go to watch Ponga.
Let's watch
'Cause
it at a
you know
pub
what
or
we
something.
should do?
I need
If-
him to get me on Supercoach, bro. He keeps nicking
You
me.
know what we should do? If Knights
Yeah, I'm
lose,
telling
we
you.
should all run with Nilso around around Suncorp Stadium. To
I'm gonna be there.
Oh,
You can do it on my behalf,
that should
boys.
be the go.
Yeah, I'm going to that because I want to watch with Nilso.
All right, boys. Well, Fred and Flax will be there. So if you want to go, say hello, take a picture, whatever you want to do. The boys will be there in full flight. They love Magic Round. I'm once again missing out on this. I'm very upset, but it is what it is. Cronulla and Para, boys. What do we think? 6 p.m. Friday.
I'm so stuck.
This is a
Parramatta
This is
won
a
the 12.
tough. This is a
I'm
tough
thinking
game.
Parramatta, but Parramatta are arse at Magic Round, but they're always versing Melbourne.
And they got Moses though.
and Sharks are always like last year they were good at Magic Round.
I think Sharks will win this game, bro.
Just
stuff. You lose to the Tigers like that.
I think their forward pack's gonna be very hard to
Massive.
stop. I'm gonna go Sharks 1-12.
I'm gonna go Sharks 1-12 to Flax.
Eels won the 12. I think Moses there.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards them, but I'm gonna go Sharks.
I'm gonna go Sharks confidently. Roosters and Dolphins.
I'm gonna go the Dolphins 1-12.
This is gonna be a good game, to be honest.
It's always a good
This
game.
could
between
be
these
like
two
yeah.
teams.
This
This
could
was
be a
the
good
Dolphins'
Do
first
Roosters
game.
have any players yet? Or like suspension?
Yes, lots of them.
Who?
Brandon Smith,
There's a few others. Is it Colin still out?
huh?
Is Colin still out? Yeah.
Like Lindsay Collins, I think Nat's out. Nat Butcher.
Butcher's out.
Still give me Roosters 1-12. I think it will
Sam
still be a
Walker.
close one. Roosters will be up for it.
I think Roosters will win this one.
Chad
What's the
Townsend's
weather?
out.
What's the weather meant to be like?
Chad Townsend's out, like but voluntarily.
All right, boys. Rabbitohs,
Oh,
Newcastle.
Facebook, I actually want to know
Hold on. Let me
What?
pull up the weather for.
because I actually want to know if it's in the rain or not.
Brisbane,
Because
Australia.
2 years ago, it was like a sunny day.
Oh, it's
and
meant to
then
be raining on Friday.
biblical floods, like just out of nowhere.
55% chance of thunderstorms on Friday. So sunny on Saturday, cloudy on Sunday. Give me the Roosters. Give me the Roosters.
I'm going Dolphins 1-12.
Roosters 1-12. Boys, Rabbitohs, Newcastle.
I'm gonna go Newcastle 1-12.
I'm gonna go Rabbitohs 1-12.
Rabbitohs 1-12.
Was Cowboys.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna back my boys. Was 1-12.
I'm going Cowboys 13+.
This one's tough. What usually, you know what? I'm gonna go Warriors purely because the crowd gets behind the Wars every time.
Waz will have more fans than Cowboys. I'm telling you.
Everyone that's not a Wars fan is a Wars fan for that game.
Yeah.
Bro, they
Last year
they beat them. At
they
Magic
killed
Round,
us at
but they
Magic
had
Round.
so many people out.
They had their B team, and B team's being nice. They didn't have SJ, they didn't have any of their.
But the fans really get behind.
Fuck, that
them.
last SJ season was magical. There was like so much bangers from him.
It was a
The year
magical
before,
season.
when was
for
that
us.
year
Second year.
When was the year where they beat the Sharks in that epic comeback game?
Yeah, that was
The
the
try
that was
assist.
The year
top
before
4
last
year.
year?
The top 4 year.
Yeah, that was a mad season for him. Warriors, Cowboys. So you said was.
Was.
I'm going
Was.
Cowboys 13+. Tigers, Dragons. That's a good game, bro.
This bloke's
I
retarded.
don't know where you were.
Fuck.
Even if he's a
It's
shit.
only good because of the way the draw has been, I think. But there could have been. If you looked at this draw at the beginning of the season, you would have thought, fuck.
I'm
this is
gonna
shit.
back the Tigers 1-12.
Okay, fair play. I'm gonna back the Tigers 13+.
Is there any outs like suspensions?
No, we don't really know, to be honest.
Give me the Tigers on the 12.
Yeah, they're two pretty mid teams, dude.
Yeah, the Dragons,
They've beaten them at Magic Round too.
yeah.
Titans.
You know what? Dragons are one of the few teams besides us.
Wait, no, there was no. They lost to the Tigers one year.
Yeah.
Like Ben Hunt at the end, like
That was
the-
2020
yeah.
Broom game.
Yeah.
Broom Bowl.
Then they had the bye last year.
Boys, Titans and the Bulldogs. How are we feeling? What are we doing?
I'm expecting a bounce back from the Dogs. I think we.
I think as well.
I think.
Hopefully, bro. Hopefully. I'm humble now again. Wallah.
If Matt played, this would have been the easiest one to like Dogs 13 plus. I think they're gonna want to bounce back too because I think Dez's job might be on the line here.
Dez's job's not on the line.
It's definitely on the line. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Dogs 1-12.
Adam O'Brien's job's on the line.
I was gonna say, do we think if they don't win, how long does Adam O'Brien have, real quick? How many
No,
weeks?
Also, who would have got sacked this week?
Yeah, I would have sacked him this week, but I probably would have
But
sacked
they don't
him
want to pay
like
the
2
$2
years
million,
ago.
bro. Wallah.
Yeah,
I think they're just gonna
I
wait.
think that's why.
They just we'll get the spoon. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go Bulldogs 1-12 in the most humble way. If Titans beat us, I'm not surprised.
Got me crazy. I'm going Dogs 13 plus. I think the
That's
bounce
fine.
back is going to be monumental.
Yeah, we got some dog in us, bro.
Because Serrato had his boys in that video room. They're probably still rewatching footage from that game.
From that game.
Look,
Yeah.
really wrong here. Because we said in the press conference, a lot of individuals weren't playing as a team.
Yeah.
Because our whole thing has been lately, we're playing
As a team.
It's disjointed than what we were.
It was bad. It was so bad,
It's
bro.
going to be back to basics. It's
Yeah.
gonna be back to the shit that got us into where we are now. So I think
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Give us.
momentum for us.
I don't see it as just falling off a cliff. That
No. But we'll lose the week after
Yeah.
Who
to
just got-
Raiders.
So what are you saying? Titans, Bulldogs, bro.
Bulldogs 1-12.
1-12
I'm gonna go
Bulldogs.
Dogs 1-12 as well. Penrith and Broncos.
Sorry, bro. Broncos 13 plus.
If they play even
Why?
good,
They're gonna play the same lineup too.
I think this is gonna be.
You're gonna get nicked. Bro.
I think this is gonna be Broncos 1-12, bro. I don't think 13 plus. I think 1-12.
Can you just imagine, like, Cards? Can you just imagine what Katoni's gonna do to them?
Yeah, that edge is gonna be.
Cards, can you just, wallah, he's gonna get nicked,
It's gonna
bro.
pump that edge, bro.
You're gonna fuck. You're lucky you're with us, but maybe you're unlucky you're with us.
Panthers 13 plus.
Just don't entertain the rage, mate.
No. I'm
Don't
telling
entertain,
you.
don't even listen.
I'm telling you.
Shake his hand.
Brian Totter is
Double.
back this week.
Double.
Our attack.
He's gonna injure everyone.
No, he's
gonna
going to
injure
go
himself.
That's
and
the
kill
only
it.
way I see he's winning
gonna
13
kill
plus
it.
if everyone gets injured.
He's gonna injure
Brian
himself.
Toller's back. We should have Luke Garner back. I think our only issue is the fact that we don't have Mitch Kenny. He's been a big, vital part. Shut the fuck up. He's been a big, vital part of our team, and that he's the only. Mitch Kenny being in our team, I think we win last week.
Hey, Jerome on my stream picked Penrith to win. He's backing his boys. So
He's
maybe,
backing his boys, bro.
Maybe he's onto something. He said, "Biz is back, my bro."
Biz is
gonna play,
back,
bro.
Biz is back.
All right, boys. Last one. Melbourne Raiders. This is gonna be game of the round. Honestly, wallah, I'm saying this and the Tigers Dragons game for me, it might be a game of the round.
Surely Melbourne.
I think if there's a game that Melbourne's gonna show up to, it's this one. But they just have their number a little bit. The Raiders.
Remember-
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I think I'm thinking of a little bit of a wake up call for Melbourne. Maybe coming, mate.
Why, you don't think the Dolphins game was a wake up?
Yeah.
No. I think this will be a proper wake up call, bro. You know how much I rate Melbourne, yeah. But dude, I think it's gonna be Raiders 13 plus, dude. But like not a big 13 plus, but like But Raiders haven't lost that Magic round before because they verse us every fucking year, and they're our bogey team. I think they're gonna beat Melbourne, and I think it's gonna be a really defining victory for them. With Harry Grant, I think Melbourne win. But these are the teams that play really tough football. I think without Harry Grant, these are the teams that are going to miss him the most.
You're saying Raiders are going to win 5 in a row.
And I'm saying they're going to win 6 in a row.
Wow.
So I think the Raiders are gonna win this game 1-12.
I think
Or I'll tell you, it's either that or it's either Melbourne go by.
I think Storm 13 plus. They didn't play great at all
that's your final
this
score.
week. I think because they just haven't played great, and I think they'll be up for it.
All right, boys, that's a wrap. Anything else you want to say?
Up the Panthers.
Enjoy Magic Round. Be safe. Everyone be safe. And say hello. Tag us on League Lads. Tag the boys. Shout us out. Do whatever he's got to do.
Don't be scared.
Up the
He
fucking
doesn't
dogs,
he
mate.
he doesn't bite.
He doesn't bite now. He only bites me in flash.
No, bro. Like, and go
Anyways.
ask anyone if they had except Cody Totes, if they had a bad experience with me. Totes, I'm sorry, dude. I just didn't know it was you because I was at Belmore looking for my mates. So sorry. I literally don't say no to photos. Like, I've been on the streets of Brisbane at 4 a.m. and someone's walked past me and realised it's me, and I spoke to them for like 20 minutes.
Good times are coming, boys. Good times.
Yeah, I'm going to be... listen, everybody says this. You're way bigger than I thought you would be. So, I won't buy you.
Is that all for us today?
That's us, boys.
That's us. I
Love
hope you
yous all.
guys have a
Take it
good one.
Love the dogs,
I'm
lad.
so
Up the
tired, bro.
Panthers.
Far out. Good night. Love you all. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.